Cookie cutters, God gave you a nose to breathe with so you can keep your mouth shut. Welcome to the podcast. Take a seat.
Podcast
Mic checks completed.
number 29.
We'll call this the return of the podcast abandoner.
The abandoned podcast.
Someone said that. I just don't remember who.
Dumb shit.
I saw it in a comment.
People don't pay attention or listen properly. I guess we have to explain every little fucking thing that goes on for people to get
These
it.
people are crazy, man.
You just realized
Look
that
who's
now?
talking.
They're
Yeah,
nuts.
Leonard's over there scarfing down some Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls, your
How ma-
sweet tooth.
Didn't you lodge them in somebody's ass?
I've eaten them out of people's asses before.
Oh my
How many did you
God.
eat out of that one tranny's ass? Didn't you say like 15 you ate out of her
I
ass?
put an old-fashioned power bar. I actually went down to the Keys when I had a car, and she was gorgeous, actually. And I stuck it in there. I ate it out. And I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm still here alive.
Neither would most physicians, Lenny.
I would not recommend that.
Did you ever try it?
Hell no, I would not. Not even try. It sounds
What
disgusting.
about Natalie Portman? If somebody
I would do it to Natalie. Only Natalie.
Would you use your mouth for Natalie Portman's toilet?
Yes. I would slave drive for it.
You would let her shit in your mouth?
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. Why? Because she's in fucking Star Wars?
Natalie Portman, yes, I would.
There's so many hotter broads out there. I don't understand.
Because she's rich and she got money.
So is Hillary Clinton.
Exactly. Would you let her
I
shit in
would-
your mouth?
Only Natalie.
What about Bill?
Bill Gates, hell.
Bill Clinton.
Not Bill Clinton.
Oh my fucking God.
Who'd you say before? Never heard of her.
Natalie Portman.
The other one.
I would do it to Evanescence, Amy Lee.
What the fuck is that?
Amy Lee, the band singer from the lead band singer from Evanescence, the band.
Oh, that's a horrible band.
The podcast is two minutes.
Your opinion.
2 minutes and
You're right, that's
13
my
seconds old, and we're talking about.
This is what he listens to. Evanescence and Creed. Two of the worst fucking bands
At
on the
least you're not a
planet.
cookie cutter. You stick with what you like.
Yeah,
Rather listen to
original.
country music
So,
than that
Jason,
shit.
who's your house guest tonight?
I don't want to say it's a surprise. You'll see
Well,
him.
everyone already knows.
Ian McCarthy.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of her.
Supposed to know who you
So,
are.
yeah, right. Well, here's what's going on with that. I texted Ian on Monday morning, and I asked him if he wanted to appear as a call-in guest on the podcast, because by now, at least our maniacs probably know that he posted something on Facebook about he's depressed, and he started a GoFundMe, and I broke his balls in a couple of Jason's most recent videos, and I think Ian has a right to respond to some of the things that I said. So I texted him, and I said, do you want to call in as a guest on the podcast that we're going to be doing Tuesday night? He said, absolutely. I told him what time we start the podcast, and about 15 minutes go by, and he finally texts me back. I just booked a trip down to Florida. I'll be there by 10. I'm like, wait, what?
What the heck?
Oh,
Yeah.
without really,
So he has the resources to just up and leave at a moment's notice.
When you have no kids, no wife,
Not that I know who
only
this person
responsibility
is, but
to himself, why not?
Well, plus when you
he
start
must
a
think fondly of
GoFundMe.
us.
Yeah, you make $3,000 off
Right.
a fucking GoFundMe.
There you go.
Want to take a flight out of there.
Look at Jason got so serious when we mentioned that GoFundMe. You're so fucking jealous.
No, I'm not jealous.
Bullshit.
I'm not jealous.
Bullshit.
Am I jealous? No, I'm not jealous.
Fuck you are jealous.
Jason's worth 100 times more than this person ever will be.
Yeah, that's right.
So Ian was supposed to, his flight was supposed to leave at, I don't know, it was supposed to land at like 7, if I remember correctly, and then he was going to be here by 8. Then he called me earlier and he told me that the flight got delayed or he had a switch flight. Something happened. Now he's not landing till 10. He couldn't be here by 11, so he's not coming on tonight.
No,
Jason,
we're not fucking waiting around until 11 o'clock to do the fucking podcast.
For him,
We don't suffer from insomnia like this fucking bozo.
exactly.
Jason would do it at midnight, wouldn't you?
Maybe. If I couldn't sleep.
Where's he going to sleep at, Jason?
The couch. He's
You're not
getting-
going to give him your bed, are you?
No, my bed is too stinky.
What if he wants to share the bed?
Hell, you think I'm gay? I'm bisexual? Hell no.
He's the one that's gay. You're the one doing the screwing.
No, not interested.
You're only a fag if you're receiving, right,
I
Leonard?
think you're going to push Ian's shit in.
Hell Hell
Hey,
no.
maybe that's just what he needs to get him out of that depression.
No.
Then he'll
Worse.
definitely want to kill himself. He wakes
That'll
up
be
to
the
you
least of
pumping
his
him.
problems. Yeah.
I'll smack him if he does.
But Ian's going to come to your July 4th barbecue tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'll be there. His flight leaves at 10:45 p.m., so he'll hang out for a little bit.
So I guess you got to roll out the red carpet for her.
Right.
Roll out the red carpet
Throw out
for anybody.
some rose petals on the floor.
So
Got a nice big pool there that he can fucking drown
are we?
himself in.
Are you going to LA tomorrow?
I don't know yet.
Why, you want another video?
Yeah, you know
you
what?
want
dude?
another video?
I was really not in the mood for that shit this morning. It's like
I know.
every day it gets it's.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Wear the Darth Vader helmet if you go.
If I do, it will be a Darth Vader helmet.
Well,
It'll be
me
in the
and
thing.
Leonard might go. It just depends. You know.
You know what?
when
Every
we get up.
like every year when I go to 4th of July, if I go to LA Fitness, that place is like a fucking zoo.
It's a zoo. It is.
It's an absolute zoo.
It always is on
every
holidays.
holiday. Yeah.
Unless you go to Busybody's, dead.
Yeah, I probably won't go. I'll sleep in. I got shit to do.
Today's my day off. I'll probably sleep in too. Play some
You'll
video
be
games.
sleeping with Ian.
Right, I was about to say.
I'll be playing some video
You'll be
games on
playing with
Twitch.
Ian.
You're gonna
you play Twitch with him. There you go.
you wake up spooning with Ian.
Spooning with the mouth.
It's just what he needs to snap him out of his funk.
You guys can feed each other Adderalls.
And pop some Xanax.
They'll be crushing up Adderalls
And Xanax pills.
Snorting
And some opiates. Yeah.
them. Oh man,
Where's he coming from?
Georgia.
Atlanta. It's a
Atlanta.
fucking 2-hour flight.
It's just
Hour and
quick,
45 minutes.
maybe an hour. Depending how fast they go.
Does he still have the same girl?
No, they broke up.
Why?
That's none of my business.
Oh.
He told me not to mind his own business.
He told me not to mind.
Mind my own beeswax. I'm
That's
not gonna
right.
get
Mind your own fucking business.
Yeah.
Jason, everyone in this universe is your business.
Now everyone's gonna DM Jason asking him, and I'll tell them all why.
There's a reason for it, and I don't want to go there.
But you know the reason.
No.
Oh, okay. So what?
Yeah.
She didn't even tell me why he broke up with her.
Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Right.
We don't care about.
People break up with you all the time.
The impression I got from him, I do vaguely remember him, is he acts like the world revolves around him.
You know what I will say in Ian's defense, he has a much better sense of humor than people think he does.
He does.
He's actually, it's a little bit on the dry side, but he can, one thing about Ian is he can definitely laugh at himself. He doesn't take himself as seriously in real life as he seems to when he writes these long dissertations on
Yeah, it's
Facebook.
Off the
okay.
camera, he's cool as hell.
Yeah, he is.
Like, all right, we get it. You read a fucking dictionary.
Yeah.
Mr.
What's his
Fucking.
dissertations? What does he get into?
By bro science.
He's the professor. They call him, right?
The bro
Something
science
like
man
that.
Of what?
of fitness.
Beats me.
Why do you keep fucking doing this shit with the microphone?
Of fitness. He's the guru of fitness.
He's the guru of fitness.
That sounds like a cookie cutter term. What exactly is fitness? Define it.
He's fitness. It's like he knows everything about muscle groups
No,
and how
Leonard
to train.
asked you to define fitness. What
Fitness,
does
working out and
what
being
does-
in good shape.
What does fitness mean to Jason Genova?
Staying in good shape and staying healthy.
Right, but if you're 160 pounds and you're, locked up in a cell, that's 160. You better learn to know how to fight.
Yeah, you better learn how to fight. Well, most people are scared. They don't know how to fight in prison, so they get they get all busted. They get it all busted up because they can't survive in prison with all the sloppy food they eat and the crow.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I just know
Jason,
about prison.
I've filmed cooking videos in your house. I know what lurks in your kitchen.
The food in prison is definitely fucking better than what you cook.
You would flourish on prison food. Trust me.
Flourish.
Yeah, he'd come out 50 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Because he would
You'd have
scam,
no issues
he
with
would
prison
scam
food.
everybody out of
You hear
it.
that, Dale? That's a test of a true bodybuilder in an adverse circumstance. Jason flourishes.
In prison.
Half the bodybuilders would lose their mind.
Jason would be in the prison yard asking prisoners to film him working out.
Working out. Can you film me,
Can
please?
you film me do my set, Tyrone? Boom! Punch in the face.
I would learn how to defend myself, though.
Yeah,
I've seen some of those kicks you do.
Yeah, I don't think that spinning
You kick-
kick would
you
work
kick one of those-
in San Quentin.
Well,
Jason would be sucking dicks by the end of the day.
I would be too. They're 10, 10, 10s, and I know there are.
10, 10s.
I'd be doing it at the end of the hour.
And eating ass.
Lock me up with him.
Imagine that getting locked up with a tranny.
Well, Curtis told
I
the
want to
story
do a
about
training.
that.
I would,
He said it was a
I would
good-looking-
eat every single
you wanna
Natalie
go get
Portman
one?
ass on the planet.
Say that again?
I would eat every Natalie Portman clone on the planet.
Yeah, you said ass the first time.
Ass,
Right.
yes.
Oh my!
That's it. Reach out to Natalie. Wouldn't you like that? Just lay down and have Jason go at it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what she said. Yeah.
Be the best rim job she ever got.
Yeah, we can talk.
Come on, fans, set it up. Adam McLeod, you're the guy that makes things happen.
Yeah,
Set it
now
up.
reach out to Natalie Portman
Yeah.
and let her know that Jason.
Back off a little bit on the Christina Broccolini search. I'll give you permission for that. And get on the Natalie Portman. That's how nice of a guy I am to help Jason.
Thank you very much, Lenny. I appreciate it.
You two assholes.
And thanks again, Adam, for being on the job, tirelessly working to fulfill that meeting with her.
He tried to get you the WWE tryout too.
He sure did until some politically correct bitch didn't like my material.
I told you got to join that local league, man.
Fuck that shit.
What,
Why?
backyard
I
wrestling?
had my foot right in the door, and the talent scout, oh, he's politically incorrect.
He's a cookie cutter.
Well, what
too
did you
bad.
expect? They can't have. Listen, they run an
That's why
organization that
wrestling sucks.
right. Well, it appeals to little kids, and they don't want somebody that they can find
UFC
on YouTube
blows
saying
WWE
Porchmark, all
away.
that shit. I mean,
They're up for sale anyway next year. I heard they may be all over.
it sucks now anyway.
Why?
It's not like it
fucking
used to be.
unwatchable. It's unwatchable.
They don't
know-
listen to the fans.
You know when it used to be good wrestling? When The
Losing the
Rock
kids.
Johnson was fighting.
Never
Rock
heard of her.
Johnson.
The Rock Johnson. Smell what The Rock is cooking.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was like the last of the good stuff. Now,
Yeah.
just the
Let's
last-
hear your Ric Flair, your best Ric
Oh, meet your boy Ric Flair.
You stop fucking encouraging this asshole. God damn it. He did Goofy the other day at the fucking gym.
You know what's so great about having Jay? I wish I could take a picture of this. Look at Lenny's mic wire. Look at your mic wire. Look at my mic wire. And look how Jason's has become all tangled up in the span of 12 minutes. It's all wrapped around
because of that
itself.
strength. It's
How does
just
that even happen?
I don't know.
Because
Hopefully it's
the
off so
forearm
nobody has to
strength
hear his stupid
causing
shit.
things to just
Swell up.
Yeah.
With taste the wrath of the powerful Lord. He makes things move. With his force powers.
Fucking Leonard.
Just do me a favor, Jason. Take some footage of Ian when he's sleeping and stuff.
Yeah, I'll do a
Sneak a
video. I'll do a video.
Motherfucker.
I'll do a video of him sleeping, snoring.
Fucking asshole.
Soak his hand in some warm water, see if he pisses
Why don't you
himself.
why don't you go stay over there with him?
You want him?
I don't know if it's a 10-10-10. I'd crawl there.
It's a 10-10-10.
You can make Jason sleep in the tub and you and Ian can have the bed. You're thinking about it.
Of course you've heard of me. Remember that?
Or no, I think you said
No, I assumed you knew who I was. And Lenny goes, he assumed. He assumed. That was one of the great men's.
Yeah, and with the fucking with the Joker shirt
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that's right. You took it from, where did we get that from? Like the prop room? Or-
Brad's old high school that he wore during his sophomore year. He was in a little play. He was the jester.
No, I was never in the drama club, Leonard.
And he was entertaining some fat king porch monkey in a play.
You make shit up.
Jason, want to order a pizza?
No, I want to order some sushi.
Fuck you. Order it then.
Okay,
What do you think he's asking you that because he's gonna buy it for you?
maybe. I'll store him.
So you do eat sushi?
Yeah, I eat sushi.
It's everything, Leonard.
I'm a garbage disposal.
There's no food that he will turn down.
No.
He eats.
The only thing I won't eat is crop.
What about Natalie Portman fecal matter?
Yes, only her.
Would you eat a sandwich of it on bread?
Yes.
Well, Adam, make it happen.
Will you stop with this shit?
Please make it
It
happen.
always has to, go there.
Not only does Adam McLeod, his company sends out great videos, he's always helping us out and trying to hunt down Christine. It's very hard to come by, but one day it's going to happen.
Well, every time he gets close and starts communicating with the people around her, then they just disappear.
They
Once he
vanish.
Once Leonard's name is mentioned,
Yeah, I know.
Bye-bye.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it all more mysterious. And
Hey, she knows who you are. It's not.
I know who she is.
She definitely knows who you are.
She's an
She
angel.
wants nothing to fucking do with you.
to this day, if I'm feeling down and out, I look at some of her videos and it just brightens me up like you wouldn't
You'd be
believe.
a great bodyguard for her. You would, but she doesn't need one. She's not even. No, she can
She's
walk
an
down the
angel.
street, nobody know who the fuck she is.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious.
And of course, Natalie Portman, they have security around her because she's mad famous.
Did you just say mad famous?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard you
That's a cookie
say
cutter
that before.
Yeah,
She's
Leonard.
mad over my league. I can't touch her.
Don't say that, Jason. Nobody's untouchable. Everybody dies. Everybody takes a dump. Everybody was born. Everybody goes through highs and lows. Yeah.
A celebrity is just
Was
a
Jesus untouchable? No, he touched
a
the
celebrity is just a
the
famous person. They're
prostitutes,
still a human being.
the beggars, the
They're
lepers.
just people who are
He
celebrities.
touched everybody. He wasn't afraid to go in the leper colony.
They're the same. They eat like us, they shit like us, and they sleep like us.
Some of these elitists think they're, God, but they're going to find out that we're all the same.
Except they make a lot of money.
Well, when you're dust, which
Where does it get you?
When you're dust, you don't take the money with you. You know where it goes? To Uncle Sam. Right to his mouth.
If you don't have a proper will, yeah.
Jason, who are you going to leave in your will when you die? Who are you going to will your fortune to?
Probably
That's a great question,
donate to the homeless.
Why
Talking to the mic.
fuck?
I would donate all my assets to the people who are homeless and hungry.
my asses.
I would put in a will, all the homeless people get my money.
Fuck that. Why would you do that, man? Why don't you donate it to the cancer kids that you promised fucking lightsabers to?
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
exactly.
No. This is
Right.
what I would donate. I would donate to cancer research for my father dying from mesothelioma.
What kind of cancer?
Mesothelioma, lung cancer,
From asbestos.
asbestos. Yep. Donate it all.
Again, cancer is a body's unnatural response to any type of stimulus. So the key to preventing cancer is to get on the right track with your sleeping, your diet, with your blood type diet, plenty of water. I truly believe that
Well, the reason why he got cancer is because he inhaled asbestos. That's a type of
Wait, he's a
cancer.
construction worker?
Yes, he was a construction worker. He inhaled a lot of asbestos, a lot of poison gas. Killed my dad because it was
Get
undetectable.
COPD from that shit too.
He inhaled a lot of it. What killed him?
I think people say cancer's running rampant now, but I think just
we're all
because
going to get it
people-
in
well,
one form or another.
People's lifespan, 150 years ago, people lived to about 45, so they never had the time to
Well,
develop.
it was very rare for a person back in the 1700s to live 90 years old. Like, I'll give an example who lived a long life. George Washington lived into the 60s or 70s, was considered old in the 1700s. Pretty
Yeah.
old. I mean, that's rare as hell to live in your 70s back then.
True.
And I'll give you another one who lived very long. Thomas Jefferson lived till 80 or 90. That's unheard of in the 1700s.
Is it 80 or 90?
It was either 80 or 90. I'm not sure.
Everything's always a
It
multiple
was
choice.
80 or 90 in that ratio, but that's unheard of back in the 1700s.
You're right, it
It's
is.
very rare. Very
Google it right now.
Yeah, because I heard he liked to sleep with tans.
I
Thomas
don't.
Jefferson.
Maybe. Who knows?
What do they say? Black doesn't crack.
That's right. Black don't crack.
It was so I mean,
You know, it's funny. My ex-wife, for my son, we went to that Lamaze class, right? Like idiots. You don't really need to go to that shit. But I
You
remember
went to a what?
Lamaze class to teach them how to breathe when they give birth. Whatever. It was our first kid. You do this shit, okay? So the teacher was saying, oh, if you're having a little boy, don't be alarmed if the boy comes out with brown testicles, Great granddaddy might have been sleeping with one of the slaves. The whole fucking class was dead silent, and then everybody just started cracking up.
let me tell you something.
No one
Don't
wanna
look
be-
at your partner and want to kill them. Great granddaddy might have been sleeping with a slave.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Great.
It was hysterical.
The oldest person for a man recorded was 116, 117. He lived in the Alps a couple years ago, and the oldest woman lived in England. She was 126.
Lived in
Fact check.
in England,
Lived in what Alps? Which Alps?
in the Himalayas.
Yeah, the Alps.
The Himalayas, actually.
The Himalayan.
Frozen in the fucking side of the mountain. Man.
All they eat is almonds, nuts, and yogurt. That's all they live off of.
Where the fuck do you get this information?
Because I've read it. I read it in books.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at Leonard's fucking
Is
cracking
it an
up.
almond considered a nut?
Yes.
Almonds, nuts, and yogurt.
Yeah, that's it. It's all in water. That's all they eat.
You could have just said nuts. And
That's like
yogurt.
Aaron Singerman's diet. Was it beef, mustard, and eggs?
Yeah, basically.
Remember that?
Yeah, eggs, water, beef, and mustard. Disgusting diet. I hated it.
So did Big Richard.
And you know what? The oldest woman was recorded in England, in London, 126. I wouldn't want to live that long. This is too old for me.
No way. It depends on your health, though.
Her
But
health
still,
was.
There's no way.
Her health was horrible.
Well, if she would get hormone replacement and maybe some GH and a few other items, who knows?
At 126? I don't think that's a good idea. Let it give it up.
I would like to see something online. I'm checking for it to where they actually administered certain type of anti-aging hormones to a person that's over 100, male or female, and document the results.
I'll give you an example. There's this woman who comes in the public. She still drives, and she's 105 years old. I couldn't believe it.
That's the lady Andrew saw on the road today.
She doesn't look like it. Really? 105?
No, I was on the phone with Brad when I was driving home from work, and
How do you know she's 105?
she had to be at least 90, big red wig. She can barely see over the dashboard.
White knuckling.
Yeah. It looked like somebody propped like a Wes Craven corpse in the front seat of a car.
Tales from the crypt.
Jason,
Right.
could you imagine yourself living 65 more years?
Yeah.
Could you imagine what it's going to be like by then?
He has no sense of time.
What do you think
He
it's going to
doesn't
be like in
fucking know any of
65
that
years?
I'm going to be decrepit.
You think there'll be flying cars?
Yeah.
There's
And
never
lightsaber.
going to be flying cars.
In about 1,000 years.
I heard the Chinese military just developed the closest
Yes,
thing to a laser.
it is developed. It's currently in production. I was reading about it
There
today.
will be flying cars,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, there
Scary.
may be, but not everybody's going to have one like we have cars. People will be
Imagine
crashing
it-
into
it set-
houses.
it
and
sets
shit.
In
you on
1,000
fire.
years, maybe.
Imagine them
Two
having a
thousand.
satellite and shooting a laser beam miles wide.
You know what they'll definitely have in 1,000 years? Real lightsabers.
Too bad you won't be around to enjoy them, Jason.
Yeah, fighting with
You were born in the wrong era.
You know where you can get cryogenically frozen. Matter of fact, I suggest we do GoFundMe because we never want to have Jason ever leave this earth.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Let's just
Have you ever
clone
seen
him.
that?
Let's just get his DNA.
Have you ever seen
Probably
that
a good
movie? Have
idea.
you ever seen that movie Unforgiven with Mel Gibson, where they freeze him in 1940 and he goes around 1990, 2000, he ages from the cryo freezing?
Jason, I want to take a Q-tip and I want to swab the inside of your mouth.
Let's cryogenically freeze me.
I
so
want-
I
Why
can-
don't you use a Q-tip on your fucking ears?
Let's,
to get that shit
let's
out of you?
cryogenically freeze me 2,000 years so I can come out and fight with lightsabers.
Life
Yeah, they'd be like
he
when
doesn't
they-
even know how to
I
say
know.
lightsaber.
I
The
know.
movie The Boys from Brazil when they cloned Adolf
That's
Hitler.
that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I tell you what,
Great
those
movie.
Doberman pinchers. My father used to make me watch
Yep.
those kind of
The
movies.
problem is with cryogenically freezing,
see that?
if you get unfrozen, you age.
The Boys from Brazil.
Have you ever seen the movie Unforgiven with
movie,
Mel
man.
Gibson? Where he gets frozen and then 40 years later he
No.
comes out and he ages? You ever seen it?
No.
Watch it. Unforgiven.
A real lightsaber, Jason, you would decapitate yourself within 3 minutes.
What about the one with Sylvester Stallone, Demolition Man? Remember, he's a cop and they freeze him,
Yeah.
and
Couldn't
he
watch
fights
that.
Wesley
No,
Snipes.
but he doesn't age. You don't understand this movie. Unforgiven. Watch it. He goes to 1940.
You got talking to the mic, Jason.
He goes to 1940, and the problem is with cryogenically freezing somebody. The problem is you age when you get out of it. You have what's called acceleration and aging, where you have hemorrhages and you age.
Jason, you're very
all tangled
articulate,
up like his fucking
very
headphones.
intelligent tonight. What are you on some type of brain supplement? Because there's
Ginkgo biloba.
dendrites and synapses are firing.
Ginkgo biloba.
What the fuck is
Ginkgo, okay.
He got into Ian McCarthy's Adderall stash tonight, is what he did.
You know what? I'm just saying. Watch the movie. He ages. He has hemorrhages where he ages every
Jason, you make a great
4
college
hours.
professor.
Oh yeah, Leonard. To keep feeding his fucking
Professor.
You have to
Listen,
see it. It's a good
I
movie. It's from the early 90s.
What's it called again?
Unforgiven.
He's gonna say it another 100
I
fucking
think
times.
Jason ought to
before
do
we're done.
a university tour where he goes and gives speeches. I think it's a good idea.
I
Yeah,
think it
that's
is
a
a good
wonderful
idea.
fucking idea. I can't believe how much
The
he can
problem
feed
is
his
with
fucking
the
delivery.
problem is with cryogenically freezing somebody.
Yeah.
If you unstable their body, they'll age quick.
See, he he has one phone conversation with Ian McCarthy, and now he thinks he's a friggin' scientist.
You don't want to.
exactly.
They don't know how to stop the molecular structure to stop the aging when you get out of cryogenically freezing.
But if they freeze you, that's
But
not
you-
the issue.
No, once
They
you
could deal with that later.
yeah,
right?
but once you leave, you're gonna age very rapidly. They don't know how to stop it.
Once you're unfrozen.
Yeah, they don't know how to stop the
Jason,
aging process.
question: what do you think happens when you die?
You die, you're
What do you
dead.
think? What do you think happens?
Do you believe in afterlife, heaven, hell?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Nobody knows.
What would-
What do you
would
think? He's
yeah.
asking.
I
you.
believe there's there's an afterlife, but don't know where. It's in space, probably in the universe.
So like
and
it'd be like Star Wars.
No, let me tell you something. It's in a cortex.
What?
A cortex is another
Thanks,
realm,
Leonard.
another world,
Like another dimension.
another dimension. Like you go through like a black hole or something.
Like a black 10-10-10
A
hole.
black hole into another world
That'd be interesting.
when you're dead.
Do you fear death, Jason?
I don't fear death. Everybody's gonna die, but we go to a black hole somewhere in an alternate universe.
What?
What about reincarnation?
Reincarnation, I do believe in. There is some people who do get reincarnated.
If you can come back,
Ooh, well, what's the qualifications?
It just has your spirit has to go into that body somehow.
if you can be reincarnated and come back to this
Delusional is-
planet as any creature, what would it be? Anything you want, animal, creature.
I'd probably be the biggest, most ripped man in the world.
You already are that, Jason.
Oh God, Jason. An animal.
Animal, I would pick probably a lion.
What about a rhino?
I wouldn't want to be a rhino. That's disgusting.
What?
Lou takes umbrage with that remark.
What's disgusting about that?
They take a lot of shits.
Oh my fucking God.
I would want to be maybe a tiger.
How about a monkey prick?
Yeah, exactly. What, I mean, you're just,
How about a
here
chimpanzee?
he goes. You just keep naming
You know,
shit.
you know the monkey prick creature that everybody likens you to?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you were reincarnated as that?
I wouldn't want to be that. I don't
I
think.
want to be some type of endangered bird so I can fly around.
A
and
bald
shit on
eagle.
people.
I want to be a bald eagle.
So in other words, I bet you've been shit on your mail routes.
I've gotten shit on by pigeons, yeah.
You probably got shit on by people.
No. I'm not a fecal freak like you, you fucking animal.
So
Is that your phone that keeps going off? Will you
Yes.
shut the
That's a
fuck-
Facebook.
I'll turn it
Whose
off.
phone is that? Is that yours? Can't you
his.
fucking silence that shit?
You're a very popular man, Jason, as well as smart and articulate. You're like a Renaissance man.
So Lenny, how many of these cameo videos have you done up till now?
5.
And how many pending does he have?
Well, we had over the course of from last night when you first signed up, you got like 15, 14 or 15.
What I like about it is I get a more close-up, one-on-one interaction with a maniac.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool app.
I think the maniacs, if they're going to be spending money on these messages, I think they're certainly entitled to know how it's going to be spent. So Lenny, why don't you address that to the people who are considering buying a speech from you or a shout out from
Well, it's
you?
going to stay
Where's
in
that
our
money going?
account, and again, I'm having some hard times right now, and I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing, training. I'm in a bulk phase now. To be honest, the dosages have been reduced, so I'm actually making gains off it. Go figure. All the advice I've received, and take it to heart.
Well, they need to know that the money's not going for your fucking drugs.
Correct.
What drugs?
Stupid shit. Well, the gear.
Oh, no.
It's going to help pay your
By
bills.
the way,
Pay your shut up. Don't interrupt.
What's going to sit?
It's gonna help pay your bills.
It's going to
get
accrue
put
interest
food
for
on the
now.
table. Yeah.
I'd love to have a family. Like I said, if any girl out there's over 6 feet tall, if you know anybody that wants to start a family, I'm ready to. I'd really like to have a kid
I don't
with a
blame him.
woman that's over 6 feet tall, hopefully athletic.
Jason, I was in your
Race unimportant.
Publix yesterday. There's got to be one of those girls who works there who you can hook Lenny up with.
I can try. I talk to him. Maybe.
Just look for one that's looking for a green
The
card.
easiest ones are the Publix girls. Those are the ones that hit on.
Oh, really? How has that worked out for you,
Yeah,
Chief?
exactly. Yeah.
I've got lucky almost.
Really?
Almost scored the
doesn't
jack. Almost scored the jackpot.
You just like as you're putting groceries into the bags, you start licking your lips and looking at them.
No.
What do you do? What?
Just nice to them and try to get their digits.
You see a lot of nice women in Publix.
Yes, I see a lot.
Did you ever get propositioned?
I've got numbers from girls in Publix.
You ever had an older woman just come up and touch you or tell you to
Between
come over?
40 and 45. Good looking ones.
Did they compliment you on your thick forearms and physique?
Some of them say you have great forearms.
You do have great forearms.
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to shut that off.
Silence the fucking thing, Jason.
You see, I'm wearing the headphones, so I can't hear it as well as you guys
It's
can.
every fucking 2 seconds. Shut it off by the side. Jason, silence the fucking thing.
Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
Fucking annoying, man.
Well, your popularity is at new heights. It reached a peak.
No, they're
Just when you think you
fucking-
get any more popular, you're even more popular.
I was filming with his fucking phone the other day, and every 2 seconds,
Yeah.
this thing's dropping down.
Right.
Notification.
Every day. Every day.
Well, turn your notifications off. What
They're
the fuck?
messaging me all day. I don't know
Oh,
why.
turn your notifications off. That's it. And check it when you get time. That's
Probably
it.
trying to troll you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger, this messenger,
Right.
that messenger. What are you doing?
You trying to get up?
Restroom break.
I just want to say something.
Go ahead.
This is a known fact. I
here we go.
think the truth is
If you say you think, that doesn't mean it's a fact. Okay? If you're going to state a fact, it's a fact. You don't say, here's a fact. I think that's an opinion.
I think we should get Lenny playing video games. He can make.
That was your big fucking announcement?
Well, if he's really good, he can make good money.
Lenny can barely work his fucking smartphone.
Yeah.
I have
I
to
can
do
teach
this.
him how to play video games. It's not rocket science. All you gotta do is
He
do a
doesn't
little
even know how to
control.
fucking post a picture on Instagram.
That's too bad because if he played Twitch,
why don't
he
you
could
spend
make.
why
If
don't you
he,
spend a little time with him and show him how to fucking do it?
how about he come over to my house and I help him play Twitch?
I'll do it.
Why don't you ask him when he's out here? Why do you say this shit when he goes to the bathroom?
As soon as Lenny goes to the bathroom is when he decides to.
I'll help him.
He'll
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Lenny's a gamer. He's up for anything.
That would be entertaining.
Entertaining is a euphemism for lucrative.
Yeah, exactly. All you're thinking about is dollar signs.
No, I'm not
You're
thinking
gonna
about-
drag Lenny to your house
No,
to get him. Listen, just to get him on your Twitch so you
No,
can make money
no,
and
no.
not give him a fucking cent.
No, it's not that. I want to teach him how to play video games so if he ever gets a computer, he can know how to set his own account up. I want to teach him once. I want to be nice and help
I don't know
him
if
out.
Lenny should have a computer. That might not.
Well, he
There's
could
a
just-
reason why he doesn't have one. He's got
Issues.
a little porn problem.
Speaking of porn problem, Lou, what are you watching over there?
Just going through all my old pictures and videos and delete them out so these other videos aren't being condensed.
Make some room.
What do you think of I want to ask you this question. What do you think of What do you think of this summer? Luckily, we've had no hurricanes.
It's very early in the hurricane season.
Well, I hope we don't have any. Pray to God.
It usually doesn't get riled up here until early to mid-August. That's when we start getting all these storms developing. It's usually quiet here until about then. Exactly.
Yeah, it's just fire for the storms to grow.
Right. It's based on the water temperatures.
Yeah, anything over 80, it starts popping. So, Lenny, I want to ask you something. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm going to ask him.
Ask him.
Lenny, do you want to
Ask
come?
anything and don't
Do you
be
want to
afraid to say
come? Do you want to come over and play video games at my house? I could teach you how to make a buck. You know,
I can teach you.
the highest Twitch player makes $20 million a year.
Seriously?
Yep, Ninja makes $20 million a year.
Talking to the mic.
Ninja's the highest paid. He makes $500,000 a month. That guy.
Jason, at my point in life,
You could be good. You could make some money.
anything frivolous like that, and admit it is frivolous. It's a good game.
He doesn't know what that word means.
But
You're
you could make a
escaping-
lot of money though.
You're escaping reality.
I want to help. I want to help you. Get an extra.
Lenny isn't quite as money hungry as you are,
No,
Jason.
no,
It's
no,
not
no,
that,
no,
it's
no,
just-
I want to help you.
I
wanna
just
give
think
him-
video games are a negative. It takes kids away from playing sports, where you should
Video
be
games
studying.
are good. Video games are
You
good.
should be eating a good meal, getting some sleep.
I disagree with you. Video games are good if you're playing an hour or two, 3-4 days a
It's like
week.
playing
Leonard's a little
billiards.
technologically handicapped.
It's like
too.
playing golf.
Well,
I mean, some people do it as an escape, and I can understand that, but
playing video games, an hour of therapy is not
Jason,
bad.
can I ask you a question? Would you play video games if you weren't making money off Twitch?
Yeah, sure.
You'd still play video games.
It's fun. It's good therapy.
Okay.
It's good therapy.
I agree with
therapy?
that. I used to love playing Grand Theft Auto and just going on these insane rampages.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's a great release.
It's good for as long as it's controlled. I mean, if you only play an hour or two
there's
at
so
the
many
most.
fucking buttons now, man.
I know.
I have very thin patience for that shit. I want to break.
and
it.
with your schedule, I mean,
Yeah, I can't. I just can't.
Jason, my stage of the game, I'm happy just to get a
Well,
good
you know what
night's
I do
sleep.
want to help you with?
Finding Christina Broccolini. I hope.
Did you say it's an escape from reality?
Yes.
What did you do?
How
the other
about that?
day?
How about-
That was an escape from reality. Stop fucking interrupting me, or I'll knock you out, Jason. What was your escape from reality the other day? Aside from playing video games.
In regards to what? Oh, that was just a mistake in judgment.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Yeah, I mean, and I should have known better.
Well,
You could talk about it. You talked about it on my live. Everybody knows now. You might as well elaborate a little bit.
well, hey, Lenny.
Let them know so they don't make the same mistake. Will you fucking Jason?
Just if you're going to take a
Strangle you
supplement,
with that fucking
if you're
cord.
going to take, say, a hormone or whatever, just find out the proper dosage and make sure your product is properly dosed, no matter what that may be.
And what did you say to me before you fucking took it? Oh, I'm just going to take a little bit, see how it is.
I didn't want to spill it.
Oh,
That's why I.
fuck's sake.
But
Got caught in
Did you
that.
talk about people?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, you talked
Okay.
about it on my live. You can talk about it on here. What's the difference?
Some very bizarre, one of the scariest incidents I've ever had in my life was I remember looking up and I was laying on my back and there were 4 playing cards like you see in a deck of cards.
Were you in the street or in the hospital?
I don't know because when I was looking up, all I see were these cards.
Stars.
And they were double the size of, say, a standard cell phone. One card had, like a king, with a spades
So
or
you were
whatever.
hallucinating.
And I touched it, and I said, "This isn't real." I went and touched the second one. It was a different kind of card, double the size of a cell phone. This isn't real. With my right arm, I grabbed the other one. This isn't real. Then the last card had distinctly, it was black, and it had the clubs, and in the middle of it, it had a black swastika. And I said, "This isn't real." And
Maybe that was a
I
Jewish
swear to
paramedic
God,
trying to revive you.
I think I stepped to the other side.
Was this Saturday?
Yes, sir. It was horrifying
Scary.
because that's all I saw, and I was touching it. Did you ever see a playing card with a swastika in the middle?
Some subliminal.
If
shit.
anybody, if any,
Did you watch like a Nazi documentary or something earlier?
If any maniac or whatever can interpret what that means, because that was one of the
Well, you were
most
in a
bizarre
you were in a G lock, right?
Yeah, I hate to admit it. I reluctantly admit it.
It's all right.
Just something you learn from it. You got to be open about it.
Yeah,
It was simply-
people can learn from it.
See,
Learn from your mistakes.
G is a great supplement. I consider a supplement, but it's also a fine edge to where you can run into problems. Never ever drive on it.
You took what? 2 capfuls?
No,
That's too
I
much.
didn't measure them. I guess the standard
You
dose
just
is you pour
swigged
it. Yeah, because I thought I didn't want to spill it.
And you were almost
And I
home,
planned
too.
on being home, yeah, but I felt an overwhelming rush of pleasure that started from my feet. It's like I orgasmed through my whole body.
I know. I was on the phone with him when he was hitting him. And then
It just felt
I
like,
gotta go, or
ah.
I'm not gonna make it home.
And then all of a sudden,
And then the next day he calls me from the Delray trauma.
I planned on being at home and just taking a nap, but
You were what? 5
my
houses
neighbor
from-
was outside and he gave me the details. He said that, number one, I wouldn't let go of my bike. And I was trying to stand up and they told me to lay down. And one of the neighbors got a canister of tear gas that he had. And he was going to shoot me with the tear gas. And I guess they called the paramedics and they were reluctant to touch me, but they called the Delray PD. And they all watched the channel and they were big fans. And one of the guys, I think I know who it is, we remain nameless, he says, because I had my bags with me like we normally do. And he said, we were Ben Wagers, I bet you this guy has no drugs in there. And sure enough, yeah, I didn't. I had a bottle of calcium in my bag, but luckily my neighbor took the steaks I bought on sale. They were $4.99 a pound, actually, at Winn-Dixie. He put them in his refrigerator, and they took me to the ER. And I guess I slept there overnight, but
The neighbor took you to the ER or the paramedics?
no, it's paramedics. I don't even remember that. But I do remember, because my legs all bruised up, getting switched from the gurney to a bed, and I remember somebody say, slide over, because they could put a plastic sticker on my lower back, I guess, to help me slide, because I was sweaty, and I was sticking to the bed. And I think when I slipped, I just went straight down. And I smashed up my leg pretty
And
good.
then when I picked him up from the hospital on Sunday, I'm pulling up to the hospital outside that main entrance, and Lenny's just standing there in the middle of the street wearing nothing but a white hospital gown. He looked like an escaped lunatic.
Like a psychopath.
Like, remember in the movie Halloween when Michael Myers escapes from the insane asylum and jumps on the police officer's car? That's what it looks like. He's just standing there
lunatic.
motionless with a big white gown on.
When I got
Like,
up,
let
when
it
I
get in the
woke
car.
up, I had, of course, some nasal oxygen. It was in my nose, delivering oxygen towards me. I had no pants on, and I crawled out of bed, and one of the nurses, she may have been an Islander or she may have been Hispanic. I says, where's my shorts? And she looked down, and she goes, oh, my God, and turned. I'm thinking, real professional, you know?
Right. But you had a catheter.
He had a
in your
catheter
dick.
in me, too. Yeah, I looked down. I was like, oh, hell.
I know. When you called me that morning, you're like, yeah, not so good. I'm at Delray trauma.
Yeah.
You got a catheter in. They're taking it out now as we speak.
Yeah, they took it out. It was a blood.
And then he starts yelling like remember when he got tased? He's ah ah. He starts doing that shit, And then she's like, "Oh, it hurts." She's like, "Yeah." And then he starts laughing like
Well, the
a
nurse
psycho.
pulled it out.
I was dying.
When she pulled it out of me, it was covered in blood. And it hurt.
Disgusting.
It feels like it's. She keeps pulling. I was like, it's still in. It's like 2 feet.
Oh God, man.
So I guess that's why you don't have to piss. I guess the catheter pulls all your piss out, so you don't have to. But it was very stupid of me. Something I never want to happen again.
Lesson
Happened in the
learned.
past.
Yeah.
And
Hey, at least you lived to tell about it. It's a great
Yeah.
story.
you know,
There'll probably be another one at some point.
just one of those things. And you know, I'm glad to still be here. But I think I crossed to the other side, and it was not pleasant.
So what day did that
It
happen?
was absolutely horrifying. Saturday.
a few days
To
ago.
see those cards like that.
Yeah, we didn't
And
tell
touching them. This isn't real. This isn't real.
Of course it wasn't real. It was
And the
hallucination.
screams I was making.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I could have been headed.
Could be another like paradox.
Well, it was real in his
Dimension.
mind. I mean,
Maybe I was entering hell, and maybe, for leading maybe maniacs astray with certain things I'm doing that may be
Are not
leading them
good.
to the dark side,
Very.
which I don't intend to do. I'm just trying to be honest. If you have this,
That's why we love you. You're
People
honest.
have addictions that they don't like, or whatever problems or sexual persuasions. I think you have to bring them to the forefront and understand it, versus just saying, "Oh, I need to quit this or quit that." But like it's, no, it's not. But that's part of life.
I'm addicted to supplements. What can I say?
What kind of supplements?
You're addicted to caffeine.
Addicted to
Exactly.
caffeine, and I'm also addicted.
Sugar.
I'm also addicted to real stuff.
Like what?
The real stuff.
Like what? Name it.
You want me to name it?
Yeah.
Should I?
yeah, what's real stuff, Jason? What are you talking
A
about?
whole bunch of gear.
You're addicted to gear.
Yes, I am. Who is it?
Why are you addicted? What do you just? Your body
Who
just
is it? A
cries
lot of
out-
people aren't.
Exactly.
Your body just cries out, "I want gear."
What does gear withdrawal feel like, Jason?
You just get small and shriveled up.
What's sad is that even if he didn't take any, he would look exactly the fucking same.
No, I would look smaller.
It's a waste of
no,
fucking
no,
money.
no, no.
Yes,
You
yes,
know-
yes, yes,
No, I
yes.
look 20 pounds smaller when I get off that stuff.
Bullshit.
No, actually, you look good. It enhances your masculine features.
Yeah, it does.
That thick neck.
Will
the
you stop
square jaw.
encouraging this?
Thank you for encouraging me, Lenny. I like this one.
Well, no, I'm just speaking honestly.
It's, Leonard,
I like to be encouraged.
The way you were walking around down those clubs in Miami, I mean, you look like
A
you
player.
carry yourself well. Some of those Hollywood actors look like douches when they're out in public.
Let me tell you something. When I went down there, I noticed one thing.
What?
The nightclub I was in was the last episode was Jersey Shore's, the new one. I actually was in that club.
that's
The night 11.
That's this club.
Yeah, that club.
They make their hats at the t-shirt shop.
A lot of pretty girls there.
Hot.
Yeah, the video you showed, there's like nobody in there.
Well, there was some people in there dancing on the second floor. There was a lot, but I didn't get any film of it because I didn't want to.
You should go out and have fun like that.
Why?
There's no reason not to.
I didn't pay
Enjoy
to get in the
yourself.
clubs. I got in for free.
Even if you do, who cares? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
So that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's it.
Whether you pay or not, it's irrelevant.
Oh, I get comp.
Go enjoy yourself.
I know people. I get comp when I go in there.
Of course, because you wouldn't go if you had to fucking pay.
I get comp because I know the people.
He's one of those assholes that have $1,000 in his pocket but ask you for $1 for a fucking
Who do you know
water.
at Club Space?
I know a lot of people out there. A lot of people who work at the nightclubs.
What's your favorite Delray Beach club?
The Office.
We got to get Lenny a job down there bouncing. a couple
Office is
nights
a restaurant. not
It's a club too. It's
Is
a
it?
club. Yes, it is.
It's
It's a bar. I
Bar,
wouldn't call it
yeah,
a club.
kind of. I mean, we
Kind
were
of.
there. Remember?
We were
the-
there New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all of downtown Delray was a club that night.
What are you going to do with Hamburg when he comes down?
I'll show him a good time.
I'm sure you will on his
Yes.
out of his wallet. Yeah.
No, I
Good
can.
time on his dime.
You know, he's bringing his daughter. Have you seen her?
How old is she?
Early 20s? Mid 20s?
Uh-oh.
She's a dentist, and she looks a little bit like
Oh,
Christina
that's
Barker.
perfect. She's pretty. She's a dentist.
Hey, she might be.
She'll
looking-
clean my
Right.
teeth.
She'll clean your teeth. That's great.
Yeah, fucking
It's a match made in heaven.
Why is she so around? How old is Hamburg?
Early 40s, I think.
Then why is this
He
kid?
had him when he was young.
How old did he have him? 20s?
Ask him when he gets here. I don't fucking
Early
know.
20s, probably. Something like that.
He's been with his wife since they were like 16 or some shit.
Wow.
Maybe his daughter's looking for a green card, Jason. There you go. That could
Yeah,
be your
she's
pitch.
mine.
Hey, you want to live in America? I need a live-in dentist.
You have free cleanings for the rest of your life.
Yeah, free
Clean
dental
my,
support.
clean my teeth, and I'll get you a green card.
We'll trade.
So, Jason, what are your goals and plans for the rest of this 2018? Because we're almost halfway there.
Doesn't matter.
We're
He's going
past
to
that
fail
point.
at every single one.
I just
We're
want
past the midway point.
I just want to do the best I can this year and enjoy my life.
He wants to put up as many fucking videos with as many ads as he possibly can.
Who cares? Who cares? We're free.
That's what he wants to do.
Jason, 3 to 4 ads max. Max.
Not an hour video. You put a lot in an hour.
But do you know that by putting 9 or 10 ads in a video, you're just encouraging more of your subscribers to use ad block? I have ad block on my computer at home. So every time I watch one of your videos, you're not making any money. And the more ads you put in your videos, no offense, the more ads you put in your videos, the more of your viewers are going to be like, screw Jason, I'm using ad block. So 9 makes you look like a greedy prick. 3 or 4, you want to make an extra $1 or 2.
Yeah.
What is like the standard? Like 1 every 5 minutes, 1 every 7
Ads?
minutes? Yeah. Like what would they?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's just you monetize your videos and there's 1 ad. And you can click skip and then you watch the video, or you might have to sit through it, but that's it. I'll never, ever put more than the... Thank you, Jason, for coughing in my ear. You know I'm wearing headphones. I can hear every little sound.
Yeah.
Let's untangle this. Come on, Jason. Hang on.
How?
That's what I was asking 20 minutes ago. I have no idea. Just wait, Jason.
Jason's using the microphone as a wrist roller.
That's why he's got such big forearms.
But see, everything we just told him is in one ear, not the other. It's just
Who cares? We're free.
Just stop
He's telling
turning
you
it.
who cares. Your fans fucking care.
Yeah.
They don't want to see 100 ads in a fucking 10-minute video.
Do you read the comments in your videos? They all
That
say
all.
a lot of them do.
Not all.
It's just perception is everything, right? And if you're creating the perception that you're a money-hungry, greedy prick, which maybe you are, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, everybody needs money to survive. Do you understand? It's part of the circle of life. Without money, you'll be a homeless.
Jason,
Andrew.
it's the law of diminishing returns. More is less. The more ads you put in your videos, the less money you're going to make, because more of your viewers are going to just use ad block and say, screw Jason. So you got to think, the law of diminishing returns. More is not always
So
more.
I'll put 5 ads.
A lot of times more is less.
I'll put 5 ads in a whole video.
3.
Not in an hour video.
How about this?
From my perspective in my business, I have to disagree with you, because if I'm not selling like a mail, if I'm not sending a mailer every other day or 4 times a week, my business goes down because people want that promo code. They want to see the ad.
But YouTube has ad block. And if people see Jason you putting all these ads in his videos, you're just going to start downloading ad block and not. So you can't make any money.
And he wonders why his videos went from 40,000 views to 4,000.
Hear that, viewers?
Yes.
Do not use
trying to-
ad block on Jason's videos.
Jason, I'm trying. Seriously?
This is gonna be bad because this is gonna go on the
Jason,
video.
I'm trying to help
They're
you.
gonna get this video.
I'm trying to help you.
This is gonna make me look bad, man.
You make
No,
yourself
they're not.
look.
This is gonna make it look
It's gonna
worse,
do it
man.
bad.
They're gonna do things now.
No, don't do it, maniacs.
Not going to do anything.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Because this is gonna go on YouTube. Somebody's gonna catch it.
It's not anything that nobody. That
Everyone
people don't
knows
know.
this. I'm trying to bring it to
It's
your
gonna make it
attention
worse.
to make
though.
you
It's
aware.
gonna make it
You
worse.
got to find a good balance.
Exactly.
Listen to Lou. How about one? If you do a 30-minute video, 1 ad every 10 minutes. So 3
What
ads.
is TV? 15 every 15 minutes on TV, right?
Something like or 7, I think. 7 minutes for a 30-minute.
So an hour
show or
video,
something like that.
10 ads.
No, it would be less than that.
1 ad every 10 minutes. How
That's an
about that?
hour. That's 10 ads.
An hour is 60
That's
minutes.
60
Jason.
minutes.
That's 6 ads.
Not 100 minutes.
It's easy to remember.
Not to change the
1 ad every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not to change the subject. What is that white stain on your microphone?
That was Kiara's chew
I
toy.
think that
one
was
night.
there before. Yeah. The dog slop.
He wiped his nose on it earlier. The truth hurts.
No, people troll me enough as this. I don't need
do
no.
it
I don't
anyway.
need more trolling as it is.
What makes you think? this isn't
Because
more
once they
trolling?
catch
You
this,
sound like a fucking baby, bro.
once they catch this video, they're
Jason,
gonna troll the fuck out of
There's
me.
no video, first of all.
We're
They
not.
get this video on YouTube.
This is,
We're not talking
Whatever.
about anything that your viewers are not already aware of.
But it's gonna make it 100 times worse for my fans.
What do you mean?
They'll start.
worse, sir.
They'll start. What's it called? Rebelling.
They already have, Jason.
Right.
Don't you see that in your views?
Like in Star Wars, they rebelled.
Sometimes you're your
Against
own
Darth
worst enemy.
Vader.
That's the problem.
What?
Sometimes you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
It's that OCD.
Just take a suggestion, Jason.
Right.
We're trying to help you. We're not trying to hurt
Everybody's
you.
got haters. Everybody got people they like. That includes every man, and including Jesus.
Here's what I want you to do tonight.
What?
Since you're up all night, I want you to go on YouTube And I want you to think of some of the biggest YouTubers there are. Whoever, Nate, people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, okay?
You had to say Nate.
Nate, 300,000 subscriber Nate. Look at Jason's getting pissed. And I want you to watch some of their videos that they have that might be 15 or 20 minutes long. You find one video that has 10 ads in it. I bet you can't.
There's some YouTubers up at there.
Who puts 10 ads in a video?
I'll give one. He has done it. He's got big trouble for it.
Why-
Eric Kaveski.
Why'd he get in trouble for it?
Because he abused it.
But when you do it, you're not abusing it?
Of course I am, but Eric Kaveski did it.
I remember that name.
He
Yeah, I remember.
he
You
did
a
it.
video with him.
Yeah, he did a lot of that stuff too.
Eric Konevsky.
Oh, is he the?
He looks kind of like a caveman with a big beard.
Oh yeah. Then he, with the other fucking twerp. Out
Yes,
there in
Bert,
Texas.
yes.
Yeah.
Just think about it. That's all. Perception is everything.
Quality, not corny.
Say it again.
Quality, not
there
corny.
you go.
There's nothing wrong with putting up a video every couple of days, but every day 2 videos. Like,
Well, you don't understand.
Every
You
morning you've been coming in,
don't
and it's like
understand.
we're doing
This
the
is
same shit over
Nate.
and
Nate
over
told
again.
me this. Nate told me YouTube likes algorithm. They like videos every day, at least one video a day. They like that.
I disagree.
No, YouTube does like it. The algorithm gets more views throughout the week. Adds up.
Just give him good mints and you'll get views.
Well, the algorithm depends on the likes and dislikes.
A
correct?
lot of it, yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So when you put 10 ads in your fucking video, you're gonna get 1,000 dislikes.
You know
and
what
maybe 2 likes, and then your shit's not gonna show
You
up.
know what happens is, let's say you post a video. Lenny's falling asleep. We're boring Lenny because we're not talking about 1010s. If you post a
Actually,
video
I'm like education. I'm learning a lot.
and it has like 30 likes and 200 dislikes, when it has that poor of a like to dislike ratio, it will not appear in other people's recommended list.
It won't.
Not when it has that horrible of a like to dislike ratio.
Is that why?
That's what I've been told.
So it has to have likes, more likes to get in the
It certainly helps.
Yeah.
Your videos will have a much higher
rating.
yes, a higher likelihood of appearing in people's videos recommended for you list if it has a good like to dislike ratio.
If it doesn't, then you
And you know what makes people dislike your videos?
What?
9 or 10 ads.
Yeah.
Why? Because it makes you look like a greedy prick.
Pisses them off.
And it's annoying when you're watching a video and then all of a sudden you're getting into the video
Yeah.
and boom, here comes an ad of some stupid shit we don't care about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
It's-
then I'll put 3 ads in a video.
One ad every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Simple formula.
Yeah, simple formula.
Right.
Every 8 to 10 minutes.
He just can't.
I'm trying.
I'm
Yeah.
going to change the
I'm
fucking
giving it the old
subject.
high school
change it.
try.
Let's change.
You're-
This is
you're- You're
boring.
going to still do whatever you want.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I got a question
Just
for
give them
Leonard.
good mints. That's all I
Yeah.
want.
Ready, Leonard?
Yes.
What do you think about the Zionists and the World War II? I would love to know his opinion.
I believe there's been a lot of exaggerations. I think most of those camps were similar to what we had with the Japanese and Italian. They had internment camps. Now, almost all of them were in Poland, and I believe that a lot of those were slave labor camps. And when there was supply lines for food were cut off because a lot of those were in the middle of nowhere. Some of them were self-sustaining, but some of those camps had food and such shipped in. And I think once the Allies bombed a lot of those rails, that's when you had a lot of people starving. They didn't get any food, and the Nazi leadership or whatever, did the grotesque where they harvest the hair, take out teeth like gold fillings, very barbaric. But there's good points and bad points. My father was a Zionist. He always said that,
For you, no.
No.
There's water there and there's dinosaurs.
I think Hitler was mainly an anti-communist. There was a lot of anti-Semitism in the Nazi, no doubt about it. But I don't think the figures as far as everyone was a death camp. I think there were slave labor camps and internment camps. I think that number is quite a bit. It's exaggerated, but what gets me is if you even question that in certain parts of the world, such as Canada, you can actually brought up on charges of hate just for denying. Different scholars have debated that, and just for denying, you could be brought up on charges. No, it's possible that if that law ever came in here, if I said something like this on a podcast, I could be arrested. So you got to wonder. Now, also, if you look at in Israel, what is the Capitol building? I think I moved it to Jerusalem, but it looks just like the one You ever see the Illuminati symbol? The main Parliament building has that symbol. Yes, on you, Mr. Devil. But I do believe there's a good side to it and there's a bad side to it. I believe that, like it says in the Bible, Israelites are God's chosen people, but then you have different sects. And Muslim actually, as a sect from Jacob and Abraham, his son was Ishmael. And that's where the Muslims branched off to. So,
Yeah, you know the Bible pretty well.
my
Very
father
impressive.
taught me that. But I think with the Nazis, I know for a fact that the Israeli Mossad took all the Nazi documents and all the secrets and military strategies because they were so cutting edge. And they adopted them to Israel. And that's why Israel has such a good military.
Do you ever?
It's because of the techniques and such that they pilfered from the Nazis. And, to keep away from the Russians, everyone was fighting.
You learn pretty good. You read the Bible?
Yes.
Good.
Do you read the Bible, Jason?
I go to church every Saturday. That's
Do you
what I
still go to that Sunday school with those people from the party at your mom's house?
do. No.
Fireworks,
Sounds like gunshots.
Fireworks are starting.
Early,
They
one
do.
day.
It sounds just like them.
Brad, please tell me you don't have any fireworks at the house. Tell me now.
I don't. Actually,
Thank you.
I have some bottle rockets that Andrew left last time.
And I still have a shitload left over.
Would you light them on Jason's house? So I don't-
Please do.
You listen to him. Now he's
I know,
begging for
yeah.
it.
But again, I do believe that we really are meant to understand a lot, and when we're dead, we will understand it. But I think you have to go back to the basic, love one another. How do you love one another? What's the best thing you could do for somebody? Give them a good meal, cool water, a nice, comfortable place to sleep. If somebody's treat them when they're sick, and try to reach out to other people, especially people that are forgotten by society. Which you feel bad for I hate to use the word homeless, but and then there's a lot of kids too, that people don't pay attention to for whatever reason, if they're handicapped or whatever. And being a kid, I'm lucky I grew up at a certain point. It was an ideal childhood up until about 15 years old where I was brought up. And I want to thank my father for that because he made sure we ate right. We said our prayers at night. And he quit, by the time I was a toddler, he quit going to the bars. He lifted weights in the basement every night after work, listened to the hockey game or the Pirate game, the Penguin game, on his AM radio. He was 6-7 nights a week. So
Dedication. Okay. I hope Leonard answered your question.
I just wish
That was a question this
that's
guy
very
asked,
important.
like, 2
That a
months
lot
ago,
of
and I keep
people,
forgetting.
I think in South Florida, everyone's worried about having a certain kind of car, going on a certain vacation. But if they would just, and I hats off to some of the Haitian families that don't have enough money, but they have a nice family life. I lived with a family before; it was wonderful. The family was close; they cared for each other, and they didn't have anything. But you know what? They made sure we had decent food. We sit and watch a movie together. It was great. Versus all the expensive cookie cutter.
Money doesn't buy happiness.
Absolutely not.
It makes your life a little bit.
And
it
I was
makes your life
seeing
easier. for
something
sure.
online.
Yeah.
Which Lou, being a business owner, when a lot of people sell their business, Scott James and that and this and that, a lot of them become miserable, even when they get that big payout.
Well, it's just
They become miserable.
what I've said before. If you're an asshole without money, when you get money, you're just going to be a bigger asshole. I mean,
But sometimes,
if you're a good guy and you get money, you're going to be a better guy. Tip better. You got a lot of these fucking assholes down here, especially these old wealthy pricks that are fucking stiffs.
Well, you got two kinds
cheap
of
cocksuckers.
You got two kinds of wealthy people. You have people who started out not wealthy but became self-made, earned it, and those usually tend to be the people who are humble because they know what it was like to not have money
Right.
until they earned it on their own. And then you have
appreciate what you have. more.
the Boca Raton country club types who either inherited it or are trust fund kids.
I
And
got it on a golden platter.
that's like when I used to work at where Brad and I used to work, the old country club. You'd see these 16-year-old kids driving around in their parents' BMW 5 Series, and they'll never know the value of a dollar because
They haven't earned it.
Correct.
So I'm curious. I want each of you to go around the table and say what wealthy is, what the dollar figure for wealth is.
If you make $250,000, you're considered rich. No, it's not.
He said wealth.
Yeah, how much money? How much would you have to have in the bank to be considered wealthy?
A couple million.
Wealthy over 10 million.
I would say upwards of 20 million, because wealthy means you never really had to work the rest of your life. You can have other people manage whatever business you have or your funds. I would say higher. I would say $1 million is nothing.
Yeah, that's what I said, over 10, at least 10 or more.
For me, it's kind of hard to answer the question because I would have to know what are my debts and liabilities as well. I can have $10 million in the bank, but if
Let's say, okay.
Depends what your nut is
Let's talk
every
about,
month.
Right.
What you have in the red,
Correct.
Or, yeah, in the black, I mean, or whatever. Yeah, black. What you have in the black. What's positive? Just that number.
I
How
see what
much?
you're saying.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 7 figures minimum to be officially wealthy.
I think millionaires a dime a dozen around here.
Around here, yeah.
250. Remember I read?
But see, there's a lot of wealth, millionaires around here, but they're in debt up to their fucking eyeballs.
That's the point I was making,
Yeah.
right?
They lease their cars.
Correct.
Their house isn't fucking paid for, even though you know what I mean. It's
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not an intelligent business decision to go out and buy a house for say $500,000 and spend $500,000 and use your money. Let the bank, so you have capital where you can make money on your money.
I get what you're saying. It depends what your interest rate is and all that. I mean, because when you sign a 30-year mortgage for a $500,000 house, by the time you're done with that 30 years, you've paid over a fucking $1 million.
But I can assure you,
So
if you invested right, the whatever hundreds of thousands of dollars that you didn't put in that house, you would make more money over the 30-year period than you would be for paying interest if you knew how to invest.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Gotta be smart
I get
how
what
you
you're
invest your money.
So who saw?
Whoa. Look at that freak.
I was just about to ask everyone a question. Who saw Mark Lobliner's boxing match?
I saw like a 5-second clip.
Was
It
it
looked like,
real?
I thought it was Jason in the middle of the fucking ring.
Did you see that, Jason? He needs to come down here and train with JT for a few years, I think. Holy crap.
He's horrible, isn't he?
It wasn't pretty. Someone said he fought like Bob Sapp used to do.
Yeah, crazy roundhouse rights.
Just these like uncoordinated, like
Low blows.
rabbit punches.
No,
Just
thank you.
Flailing his arms as hard as he can.
That's Jay's new target now.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
that he's done with the other imbecile, he's focused his attention. He focuses his guns towards panty liner.
Because he attacked Hamburg. That's
what
why.
was that all about? I saw dude, these guys with these fucking direct message groups, man. It's like all fucking day. Lou, you're in that shit too. I mean, it's just like all day.
Yeah, I muted that.
Yeah,
Months
you gotta show
ago,
me how to
man.
fucking do that, man. It's just
I
like
muted
enough
it months
already.
ago. I'm still in the group, but I just muted it. Yeah, apparently Hamburg left a message on, I think, the video of Lobliner boxing, and then Lobliner, in his usual overly defensive manner, called him a peasant. Basically, who are you to say anything bad about me? And
He really can't take any kind of criticism.
no.
Huh?
Well, he's got he's little man's complex. He's about 5'3", overcompensating.
Yeah, of course.
Every-
Those are the type of guys that become cops and then
Right. Everything he does is done in an overcompensating manner. From the way he flexes his traps in his arms to the way he screams and all that shit.
He's shorter than me.
Yeah, but if you're
I know,
if
by
you're
about
gonna-
2 or 3
if you're
inches.
going to be online, you got to be able to take the fucking criticism, man.
I
Like,
saw that little guy at the post office. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, he's
with
a
the
little-
earrings.
He's,
Oh, man.
he's a little jerk off.
Looking at people like that, I could just tell. I knew who this was when I saw him. Very insecure. The look on his face. Someone needs to speak
Those
to
are
him.
those are the type of guys that drive big trucks, with the big
Yeah.
wheels and shit, and then they get out and they need like a step stool to get into the fucking
Is that a
truck.
Freudian slip?
You can watch.
Me, no, I don't drive a big truck. I don't
You
give
can
a shit.
see the.
Lou doesn't have a big truck. He's not a small guy.
Jacked with tires and shit like that.
Yeah.
The full boxing match is on YouTube. You can watch it.
Is it real?
I think it was for charity.
That's nice and
Some
all that he did.
crap.
I mean, to do it for charity, that's fine.
Why don't you fight Jason Genova? You get your ass handed to you, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it, Leonard.
Jason would destroy him.
Jason doesn't know how to throw
Jason
a
knows how
fucking
to fight.
punch.
I know how to fight. Yes,
You know
I
why?
do.
Because Jason was bullied.
I was bullied. I know
Your
how to
mother-
fight.
talk to
I
your
used to
mother.
protect myself in school.
Yeah, but
Jason,
I
you
used
were
to fight.
bullied.
Yeah, but a boxing match you would be better in like a no holds barred kind of
Correct.
fight.
No
where you
rules.
can, where you can just maul somebody because
Yeah.
you can't stand there and box.
Jason, I know that you were mercilessly bullied in school.
Yeah, and I used to fight people. I used to bust their jaw open
Yeah.
Good.
badly. They didn't fuck with me in school.
Yep.
I won't let
That
them.
works
You guys
every
want
time.
pizza?
You want pizza?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. I'm down.
When I was in school,
sushi.
when I was in school, I didn't let nobody pick on me. I would not let them take my money, lunch money. I would fuck them up.
What would they come up to you and
Well,
say?
why did you say that to Bravo then? That you used to get wedgie? Was that all bullshit?
That was bullshit.
You see that?
No,
you see how you are?
That was bullshit. I mean, they tried to wedgie me, but I wouldn't let them. I said, "Fuck you."
What's a wedgie?
A wedgie is when they give you.
Jason, show him what a wedgie is.
You know what a fucking wedgie
you do.
is. Well, you don't wear underwear, so you.
I used to go to. That's
Grab
why I
him by
started
his
lifting
thumb.
weights when I was 14, protecting myself, building my muscles, and that's how I
You pull
protected
your underwear
myself.
up
My
your ass.
fists.
Who the hell does that?
That's old school shit.
What would people say to you about your money? What would give
Give
me
me
an
your
example?
lunch money, or I won't. I'm going to bother you.
I'm not buying it.
No, that's true. It's true.
What school did you fucking go to?
Atlantic High School. The black guys used to bother
Porch
me.
monkeys.
The black
On
guys.
Atlantic and Congress.
Yeah,
That's the newer one. It's
the
all-
old one.
All
The
right.
old one. They
On
fucked with
Seacrest.
me. They fucked
Seacrest
with-
Boulevard?
The gangs in high school, they fucked with me bad.
You just said nobody fucked with you. Now you're saying they did.
They did. I had to work out to build my muscles to defend myself.
Give me the name of one of the gangs from that school. Do you remember?
I don't know the gangs. But they picked on me. They were like bullies. I had to protect myself.
What about the girls, the black girls? Did they pick on you?
No, it was just the gangs who were picking on me. They wanted my money, and I said, "Fuck that! I ain't letting these people take my money."
There's one thing you're not going to separate Jason from. It's his dinero.
That's right. You're not getting any money out of him.
You're not getting his money.
He'll fucking bite your ball bag.
Yeah.
He'll fucking gouge your eyes.
I actually got in the. I went in actually the.
Don't lie, tell-
no, this is true. Years
Okay,
ago,
all right.
I actually went into the principal's office. I was suspended for 3 weeks for breaking somebody's jaw.
Breaking somebody's jaw?
I did. I was suspended, and they put me in handcuffs.
Suspended or suspended?
Suspended for
Did
3
you
weeks.
break out of the handcuffs? With
I tried to
uniforms?
break out of the handcuffs. The officer said, "Get on the fucking ground. We're arresting you."
Was that
was that
an officer or a creepy neighbor?
No, an officer. You're going to juvie for a day.
Is that a racial slur?
You're going to juvie. Juvenile detention center.
You know,
Is that a racial slur?
juvie?
Well, I was in the principal's office more than once. But I had to defend myself. I'm not letting them
What did the
take my lunch
principal
money.
say to you? Do you remember?
You're suspended for 3 weeks out of school. You can't come to school.
Probably said good.
My mom was pissed.
Yeah.
But I said, listen, I told my mom I'm not letting these people pick on me.
I want your mom to validate.
So
these
you're
stories.
basically the minority,
We'll ask her at the barbecue.
where there's a
tomorrow.
couple white guys and mostly black guys, right?
The problem is with Atlantic, it was mostly black in that school. That's why they picked on me.
Yeah,
so
well,
much.
it was. He's
It
right.
was.
Yeah.
They picked
Yeah.
on me so bad.
Were
In
you
school.
part of that forced busing where
They picked on me in school so bad in that school. I don't like it.
What did they say?
Give me your lunch money.
Did they call
Oh,
you?
give me your lunch money. Like that?
Did they,
Cracker.
They call you honky?
They call me Cracker. Crackhead.
So did you guys see this video Nate posted a couple days ago where he admitted to faking one of his challenges?
Yeah, the one with me.
It was 120,000 calories in, I want to say, 48 hours.
Why do you make that up?
Apparently, this is what all the food YouTubers do, the competitive eaters.
So now just
Nobody
went to
can
the
eat
cookie cutter
120
pin
calories
one.
in 48 minutes. Nobody can eat
Of
120.
course not.
How
It's
much
not
was it? Really, like
possible.
50,000 calories?
Watch the video. It's actually very interesting. Nate basically comes clean.
How many calories did he eat in 48 hours?
In general, or for that particular challenge? Where
That particular challenge.
That he fabricated.
How many?
I think he said 6,000 is what he actually ate, if I remember correctly. I watched the video today, but I don't remember.
Nobody
the
can eat.
specifics.
You can eat 120,000 calories maybe in a month.
Lenny's laughing.
In a month time if you stuffed your face.
So
like
what
a
does that
fucking
do
pig.
for him though? I mean, now that he came out and said that, is that
It makes him look bad.
why
know.
why did he do that?
I don't know. Maybe
We'll have to
people were
ask him.
calling him out.
He'll be
or-
there. He'll be there tomorrow. Dumbo.
Oh, he's
We'll
coming.
find out.
Yeah. Him and Dumbo are coming.
I wonder how other YouTube competitive eaters feel about him kind of putting everyone on blast like that.
It's not a very good move.
Oh, he said all the YouTube competitors.
No. I think he said it's anybody who says that they're eating 120,000 calories in 48 hours is full of shit. Basically, is what Nate said.
Well, why would he do that?
What would that?
Probably why anyone does it. Views, subscribers, who knows?
Some serious fucking gunpowder.
Yeah,
Did you hear that?
Some serious cookie cutters, too.
I give him credit for coming clean.
Yeah, that's good.
Jason, you into fireworks?
Not really.
I'm not.
Only if they're flying out of his ass.
Basically, that's it.
If it'll create a viral video, he's all about it.
Yeah.
You don't like the big fireworks?
No, I mean,
Oh,
riding my
great.
bike home when I used to have to work, those rednecks would light them in the middle of the street. I got one on my face one time.
No shit.
Yeah. It's dark. They go right in the road.
Is that why you didn't like him as a kid either?
No. Like my father said, you want that people want that action? Go sign up.
You know what I hate is when, like on July 5th, you'll go on Facebook and everybody will post videos of the exact same fireworks.
Yeah,
like
it's a
like any
fucking
one
fire.
person's video of fireworks looks different than someone
They all
else's.
look the same.
Yeah,
Cookie cutters. Let's narrow it down.
Well, because they want to act like they have a life.
right.
I hate fake
You know, they
fucking
have
Facebook.
the life of a cookie cutter. You're just
I can't
know.
stand
You're
Facebook.
just posting what everyone else is posting.
take a
So-
picture of yourself with a 10-10-10.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Then I'll be impressed.
Yeah, be original for Christ's
Yeah.
sake.
Nobody's original
So what do you
these
think
days.
Dale's doing tomorrow, if you had to guess?
Who knows? Who cares? Who cares?
I don't know, Dale. What are you doing tomorrow?
Taking a shit.
I think we're all going to be doing that.
Shooting bottle rockets out of his sling.
Sling.
Get better, Dale.
Get better so I can dwarf you next year, Dale.
So we can dwarf you and make you look like a pile of shit.
I don't think either of you will be doing that.
I'll try. I'm up for the challenge.
You're the two piles of shit.
We're up for the challenge, Dale. Next year, we're up to the challenge against you again. We're going to pile shit all over you.
Or you're going to cream pie him on stage,
We-
right?
we-
Just like you're going to do that average rich guy.
We need Dale versus Kalora. We need to make that happen.
Yes.
Dale needs to heal up.
That's actually like a legitimate
I want
challenge.
to see major sponsors. I want to see him sprinting. I want to see him doing Oklahoma drills. I want to see him box. I want to see him do MMA.
Lenny, for people who don't know, what is an Oklahoma drill?
Well, you got an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman, and you have a little space between them, and the offensive lineman tries to push the defense. So it's almost like sumo wrestling, but with football, shoulder pads and helmet.
Basically what they do during the game.
Basically, yeah. A nutcracker drill is when you have a running back where the defensive player tries to tackle the running back. But the Oklahoma makes it simpler. Blocker against, basically who's going to push the person off the line of scrimmage. It's very basic. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Full pads when they're doing it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I doubt either of them will be interested in doing that.
I don't know. I like to see it.
Just let them
They-
compete at, at
they-
a show.
For the right amount of money, Andrew will do it.
They both have a low center of gravity. Dale's is lower. But
The Dale is also a semi-pro football player. He's also a linebacker like Lou was.
Dale's a semi-pro football player? I didn't know
Yes.
that. Is he?
Yeah. He played.
What?
Jason's
Like
even-
Jason's a
that's-
semi-pro MMA fighter.
Yeah,
Dale's a
exactly.
semi-pro football player.
So when's Lenny's debut in Ghetto Gaggers?
I remember that site. I haven't heard that in a long time.
You got all serious. And
Tranny.
twitching. That nose started twitching
Tranny
out.
ghetto gaggers.
Lenny, hold it from here.
Question for the podcast. I'm 19, 5'10", about 140 pounds. I haven't lifted for 2 years. I want to come back and be just a fucking freak. What should my first stack be, whether it's gear or just supplements?
Wonder
How
why you
about some
stopped lifting.
food?
Yeah.
Some food, you skinny
And some,
fuck.
some weights.
Tell him again, Jason.
Some
And if you're
food,
not
you skinny
lifting for
fuck.
2
Eat
years,
some
where the
calories.
hell are you?
Yeah, no
It
shit.
seems like no matter what you do, if you're a student, if you got a job, you should be able to lift weights.
You shouldn't take any gear until you plateau.
Gear.
Yeah.
You should abuse it.
Yeah, listen, you just take it and sit around and don't do anything. You look like Jason.
Magic cadaver.
Magic Cadabra?
How about this? Why don't some kid that's 14, 16 say, you know what? I never heard anybody say this. Fuck all you juice heads. I'm going to show you I'm going to be bigger and stronger than all of you naturally. How come you never see that? Well, if somebody on YouTube or whatever came out and made that their quest, they would be big time popular.
Yeah, but
Where you just
It's-
eat and train. And I think you can really surpass people, especially during those young formative years. You know who got the
but
best?
even if you do claim that, nobody will believe it. If you
Doesn't matter.
if you get, Jesus.
There's a certain look you can.
Fucking annoying.
It's like right out in the fucking
Yeah,
backyard.
it's like-
Jesus Christ.
Fucking.
Sounds like a popcorn popper.
Sounds like somebody's taking a shit.
Yeah, that's exactly
Really,
what it
Jason?
sounds like.
After eating what?
Fucking fireworks going off. It sounds like somebody's taking a shit.
What can you consume that would make your shit sound like
Exactly. I love
M80s being detonated
Look,
outside?
this is a guy who eats fucking gas station burritos.
So
for breakfast.
farting, making toots, and stinking up the whole place would be a gas bomb.
He came in one morning with Rob, and Rob said he went into the gas station and got a fucking
Rob's
gas
his cameraman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a gas station bean burrito and ate the motherfucker cold on the way to the goddamn gym. Just pissed. He didn't even heat the fucking thing up. Just took it right out of the fridge and ate it.
It's free to use the microwave in the gas station.
That's why Lenny loves him.
You don't have
because
to pay.
he's just
He
such a
needs to
fucking
get those
wacko.
nutrients in. He doesn't care about taste. He cares about feeding his muscles.
Yeah, we don't care
Of all
about.
things that he could get, he gets a fucking gas station bean burrito on the way to the gym.
Who cares?
That's the day you were
Hey,
farting.
you
like
got
a fuck,
beans,
too.
a little bit of meat, you got some fats, you got some carbs.
You guys need to do a video together at Golden Corral.
all you can eat.
Let me know. I'll film it.
Well, Lenny goes.
Let's
to
do
the
it on a
buffet.
Sunday when all the you-know-whats are there. And they're Sunday best. I've seen them 500-pounders, male and female, with them suits and them dresses all pious.
Right after church.
Yeah, coming in.
Those are,
Praise
the,
the Lord.
those are the same ones you see at the Chinese buffet on Boynton Beach Boulevard.
When I went to Golden Corral with Nate, I ate 7 to 8 plates of food.
When?
2014.
Oh, that's
Oh, the Golden Corral video.
Yeah, eight plates.
Yeah, that was full Hindenburg.
Full Hindenburg.
The height of the Hindenburg.
That must have been like that 8 plates must have been like 10,000 calories in one sitting, at least.
How many plates do you eat when you go? You've
I
been going
eat-
every day, right?
Yeah.
Put
As
the
you can
mic-
see this added size. But the thing is, I drink two or three pitchers.
How many servings
I
give you?
take 3 plates, usually the beef, the noodles, the beef, the rice, the beef, the potatoes. Today, they had loaded baked potatoes. That's a good buffet. Chicken wings, and I had, they call it a Philly stick. It's like a slab of everything you'd see on one. It was actually good. Then they had seedless watermelon, thank God, because I was eating a lot of seeds.
Can you eat
I
8
ate-
plates?
Can you
I
let
ate
him fucking
six
finish?
slices of seedless watermelon. Then I took 4 scoops of ice cream and a bunch of Jell-O and just inhaled that with 2 pitchers of water.
You think you can compete against that, Jason?
I ate 8 plates of full plates
You
of
ate a
food.
lot. You ate
There's
a
some
lot.
nice looking girls in there.
I don't
too.
think you could beat me.
Haitian girls and Spanish girls coming in there too.
At a buffet?
I'm right under
Yes.
Nate.
I find that hard to believe,
Eating.
but all right.
You what?
I'm right
Your
under
taste
Nate
is
and
way
eating.
different.
There's some nice
Competitive
girls
eating.
on those buses too.
Jason, you would actually be a pretty good competitive eater. I've seen you woof shit down.
Yeah.
That is something you might want to consider.
think
Instead
you
of
oughta challenge
bodybuilding, you
Nate.
might want to hang it up, man.
No, I don't want to get fat and look. I gain weight easy, and I don't want to get fat. My metabolism is very bad. I'll blow up like 500 pounds in about a year. I don't want to be fat. I'm scared of getting diabetes from it.
Jason, I wish you'd say that the day of your bodybuilding shows.
Look at the
be
look on
fat.
Jason's face.
Who wants to be fat? It's not comfortable. It's like a pile of shit. No girl's gonna think
Lou,
you're
I got
attractive.
cash.
No girl thinks you're attractive when you're fat.
Some girls like fat guys.
Most don't. Most don't. It's not attractive.
In the eyes of some women, being fat is sign of being powerful.
Plus they know you're not out there getting any other ass.
That too.
They want you to look a little bit
I had
like
a
shit.
girl-
They don't want you to be in too good a shape because you know.
Saturday afternoon, I was leaving Planet Fitness on the bike. A blonde came up on a bike and she's like, "Hey, come here." And she goes, "Can I ride with you?" Yeah. And all of a sudden, she says, "Out of nowhere, I like guys your size laying on top of me." She lives over in High Point.
Which means she's over 55.
No, she said she was 49, but I guess she lives.
Which means she's
her
probably
mother.
60.
Probably her mother, but I was actually surprised.
So what'd you do, Leonard?
I went home and slung the G and forgot about it.
Oh, that was the.
She wasn't my type, but you know, I'm sure I'll see her around. But I'm surprised she actually said that to me.
They were saying hi to us when we were leaving Planet Fitness today. I was shocked. Hey, Lenny,
Hey.
when can we be in a video?
Lenny, say what happened to you today at Planet Fitness with the lunk alarm or whatever the jerk
yeah.
said to you.
Yeah, I was doing a shout out for Scott,
Yeah, cameo.
the cameo.
Yeah, I was filming him. He was doing concentration
And this-
drills.
Calling out Scott's name. Scott.
Yes.
This kid came up to me, of a certain darker shade.
Dark complected.
Yeah.
Young fella.
And he said, "Excuse me, did you just
Are you
grunt?"
grunting? I looked at
Are
him.
you fucking kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
That
No.
gym is gay, man. That's why I don't go there.
What'd you say to
I
him?
was actually calling out Scott
Horrible
He was saying
with
the
each
kid's
rep.
name, and he
Scott,
thought Lenny
Scott.
was grunting. I'm like, that's
I
not
said I was
fucking
saying,
grunting.
Scott, what's the difference? Oh, and this other guy came up and he's in great shape. covered in sweat. He said, "This place is ridiculous." I said, "Yeah."
It's a
He's
dump.
like, he came over. He's like, that guy was asking you if you grunted. He's like, what
Well,
the
I'll
fuck?
do
Is
my
this a gym
second. I'll
or
do
a
my second
library?
one. How about this, maniacs? Order 66 on Planet Fitness.
I'll order 66 Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness and
So
their
you really
policies.
want to lose your fucking membership?
Well, how do they know?
I mean, how
They
do
don't
know?
know.
Is that an official act? Are you recognizing an Order 66 as an official criminal act?
No.
I was there riding the bike the other morning, and there was a girl on the leg press there, and she had 3 plates on each side. And when she finished her set and she re-racked the leg press, it slammed back down, and it set off the lunk alarm. And the sound of the lunk alarm going off is 10 times more
Yeah.
offensive than any
Yeah, no
sound
shit.
you
Exactly.
can make, grunting or slamming. I'd rather hear someone drop a fucking dumbbell on the floor than listen to that alarm go off. It punctures your eardrums.
And then the solution to all this is obviously me being on a bike. I have to go
There's no
there.
point to that.
How about a GoFundMe for a gym, maniacs, where you guys can come on vacation here and do room and board.
We can train like
We can do
barbarians.
videos,
We
we
can
can
train
do-
like barbarians.
We can walk around naked. We could
We've been talking about
scream,
that for so
yell.
long.
You know,
So you want like a nude beach concept, but at a gym.
anything goes, but on one condition: you wipe up your benches and put away your weights,
Step.
and let people work in. That's what annoys people.
There's a few more to go into that. We're on the right path.
That's annoying. People sitting on a bench and looking at their phone, not letting you work. in.
Judgment-free zone, but you can't be in shape and you can't grunt. But
Yeah,
we're
that guy that was in there, he's a
Fucking gay
nice.
gym.
Arguably, he had the greatest shape you ever saw in a gym. That covered in sweat. I'm sure he's going to get the. You get singled out. Even.
Well,
even
we talked about that once in an old Delray Misfit episode at the Old World Gym, where I think one of us posed a question. Let's say you join Planet Fitness, right? And you get in a really, really good shape working out there, and you start to look like a bodybuilder. Are they going to terminate your membership
Right.
because they don't cater to bodybuilders?
That's fucking gay.
It's such a.
it's bizarre.
It's targeted for old
But
people.
then
and
again,
women.
I got kicked out of mainstream golds and worlds back in the day. And here I am, a long-standing member of Planet Fitness. So go figure. Maybe I'm not training hard enough.
Absolutely not. You're not. You're
But
definitely
back in the 90s, I got kicked out of
Yeah,
Bally's.
but you're probably conscious of the lunk alarm when you're there. Even if you don't realize it, you know you don't want to get kicked out. So
Somebody did the lunk alarm to me last year when I was prepping for this show. I was doing deadlifts on there. I had 5 plates at sets of 10 on Smith, which I don't like to do, but I did it. And he did the alarm, and I knew it was me. I stopped, turned around, and stared at him in the desk for a good 15 seconds. And that was the end
push
of
that button again, you little
Well-
fucking wimp.
what makes the lunk alarm go off? Is it connected
There are
to
sensors, I was told.
There is a decibel meter. Or does
Yes.
someone have to push a
And there
button?
is somebody, I see the girl all the time reaching her fingers underneath to get the alarm. It's like it's a bank robbery or something, you know?
So someone's got to go back there.
I don't like how they grab your card and have to scan.
Correct. I don't like that either.
Why?
I
You-
don't
Gay
know.
fucking gym.
I'll say, but
That
you
bugs
know.
the shit out of me every
Yes.
time we
What's
go.
good
Oh,
about it is you can tan unlimited, and those German massage beds are better than you can get in a chiropractor's office.
Well, you know what?
They're high
That
tech.
was one of the questions for you and Lou. Give Lou the mic about deep tissue massage for your muscle soreness. Is it good or where was this question? Hold on.
I don't. Well, ask Jay Cutler that because I don't have a.
I get it done twice a week.
Do you?
Well, I mean, now that I'm like getting old and shit's not easy anymore. Yeah, I have
That's a chiropractic adjustment or deep tissue.
deep tissue. The girl comes here and does it for me.
Happy
good.
ending?
No happy ending.
Yeah. What is Lenny and Lou's opinion on deep tissue massage? Does it help for expansion on muscles?
I don't know if
I mean, breaking up the fascia.
That was just the question on it. It just feels fucking
Never
great.
used that term before. Expansion of muscles, so growing or
What do you get, like 90 minutes?
60. 60.
Is it painful?
Sometimes she hits me pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes she hits me pretty well. You know, when I first started training, it was more. When I first started going back into it, it was more painful. You know, you have to drink a lot of water to get the toxins.
Yeah, they had a girl do that for free at the Old World Gym. Remember her?
Yes, that old lady.
Yeah, she used to do my bicep tennis. She was strong.
Yeah.
She liked doing it too.
And she hits some, like, she'll just get in. It feels like she's using her elbow, but I don't think she is. And she
Some of them do, man. I got a deep tissue massage one time. This little Dominican bitch was getting me with her elbow. The next day, I was bruised up and down my ribs, both sides, man. She fucked me up. I felt great after, though. I felt like I went through a fucking workout.
Yeah.
I was just like drained. It was great.
Jason, do you enjoy massages?
Have you ever gotten one?
I'm going to give a shout out to my masseuse, Jessica, at aneededrelief.com.
At neededrelief.com. Yeah. You got a picture? What does she charge?
Whoa.
What does she charge?
I bought a package.
What's the package?
10 for $100.
600.
Comes here, sits the table up out there in the room. And,
You give her extra, or it's just 600 flat?
well, you can tip her on top of that if you want. But
Yeah.
that's the.
That's hard work. That's a therapy.
She'd probably charge you double because you're a fucking ape. Her hands, she probably wouldn't even get the
I
massage.
had a Haitian girl that was a massage therapist. Massaged my groin and everything.
Damn.
My prostate. Whoa.
She's got beautiful eyes, yeah, right?
Fuck, man.
Fuck.
She brings her table and everything.
Yep.
Sometimes it's better than sex.
Lou disagrees.
So, Jason, now that you had sex, did you have the urge to have it again?
What the fuck do you think?
He's a hard comer.
I don't know.
Did you want to do it
You
again?
should play that. You got to show Andrew
Eventually,
that video.
yeah.
Put the sound. Put the sound.
There's
on.
no insatiable desire
Yeah,
for it.
I do want to see
It comes
that.
and it goes.
It's
What do
fun.
you-
You're gonna laugh.
Comes and it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some days I want it, some days I don't. Depends on my mood.
So you just go jerk off
Yeah.
like the rest of them.
Wasn't there a study done like the average man or even woman thinks about sex every 30 seconds or something? I heard that when I was younger.
So,
It
Jason,
probably depends on your age.
did you ever jerk off to porn?
No.
Why are you asking this? Fucker?
What do you think about it?
No.
I'm sure the maniacs want to hear it.
No.
What the fuck? Don't, Jason. You don't have to lie. Everybody's jerked off to porn. That's what porn is
So
for.
you already admitted you had, Brad.
Of course.
Great.
Who gives a shit? Why are you asking those stupid fucking
porn
questions?
addict.
You're like a goddamn. Now he's regressing to a fucking 12-year-old. This is like questions that you get asked when you're at the 5th grade lunch fucking table.
Those comments are gonna come. Those comments are gonna come rolling in, Brad.
Gives a shit.
Brad, the porn addict mailman.
Okay, good. Gives a shit.
Congratulations. You
Everybody-
Freudian slipped your way into porn addiction.
Thanks, Leonard. I'm a porn addict. Jesus Christ. I don't actually watch it that much anymore.
I don't actually watch it. That's a very
Not that much anymore.
incriminating
I don't need
statement.
to.
I don't actually jerk off to tranny porn too. I don't actually do it anymore. What kind of a statement is that?
I've never jerked off to tranny porn. I can tell you that for a fact. You wish I did, though. You want to know that. You want everybody here
You already
to
have.
say that.
Correct.
Just so
You
you, don't
already
feel,
have.
Just so you don't feel isolated.
You won't admit it.
No, if I did, I would admit it.
Because when I showed you those
dude, I
pictures,
don't give a shit.
you say,
I don't
turn it
care.
off, turn it off.
Right, because I don't want to see it. It's
No, because
disgusting.
you're getting turned on. It's
No,
making
it's
you
not. I don't
ashamed
want
of
to see it.
yourself.
I don't want to see a chick with a dick or a guy with boobs.
Well, that's what it is to you, a guy with boobs. That sounds very appealing.
Right. They want to know you're.
You actually do like guys with boobs. I'll take the chicks with the dicks, thank you. You can have the guys with the boobs.
It always has to go.
Like the old man
It
at
always
the
has to go
gym,
back to this.
walking around naked.
He's on a roll now.
Nobody wants to hear about your tranny shit anymore.
Maniacs wanna
It's
hear it.
old news, man.
The maniacs hear it. See, those comments are rolling in as we speak.
Yeah, but this
The dudes with the boobs.
This isn't live. You
Brad likes dudes with boobs.
I'm glad you're cracking yourself up.
Man with a
You could come up with something better than that.
I would never refer to that as a man with boobs.
You heard Jay Masters
Jay Masters
say
always
it
says
100
that.
fucking times.
The thing is, you're with him and he's not, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So who's
Right.
who's the fucking
But the
demented
thing is,
motherfucker?
he said man. That's the key word. I said girls with dicks. Big difference. They're a girl with a dick.
If you have
You say
a penis
tomato,
and testicles,
he says
you
tomato.
are a
What do you
man.
say first?
What do you think they fill out when they ask their gender?
Did you ever see a
What do they
large
fill
clitoris?
out? Male or fucking female?
That's
Is there
it.
now a transgender fucking category?
There
matters-
will, there will
probably
be.
is, right?
There
It
will
It
be.
matters
Bet you there is.
how feminine you look.
If you're born with a cock and balls, you are
Or
a
a man.
fucking man. Bruce Jenner is a fucking man, okay? Fuck him and his Caitlyn crap. He's a fucking man.
Yeah, he's a real man with a fucking dress on.
Yeah,
Listen
well-
to this guy. Why don't you get a shirt?
It's
that says
bullshit.
Bruce
It's
Jenner
bullshit.
is a man.
Oh,
Postal Brad.
Fuck these people.
Captain Cookie Cutter. Bruce Jenner is a man.
But now now she's Caitlyn Jenner. So now it's just
Oh, you're keeping up on his career.
Did he get he got his cock and balls chopped
It's a
off?
very nice.
He did?
I think so.
It's a very nice publicity stunt.
Brad, that
It's
name should
basically
not
what
come
it
up
is.
when we're talking about
You're
10
right.
10 10s.
You're right.
I can think of
You're
something.
right.
That's a disgrace.
Gets away with vehicular homicide too. Real nice.
That's exactly right.
Fucking ridiculous. You got money and fame, you can get away with anything. These cocksuckers.
Where the fuck are those guys shoot shit off?
It is right out your door.
Yeah.
What do they get out of that shit?
Get out of what?
Doing that,
Send
spending the
them to
money,
your house and blow the fucking
blowing
thing
up. You know, they did that up in Pennsylvania. I could never, and they were illegal up there.
Happy birthday, America. Let's go blow up a bunch of Chinese fucking fireworks. Hopefully, we could be like the fucking Haitian from the Giants and blow half our fucking hand off.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
The guy's a fucking multi-millionaire and he's playing with fireworks like a jack-off.
Yeah, he's a lazy slacker too. I see
fucking
him
moron.
dogging it with that kind of body. Psst.
He's a great fucking player and he's
He
playing with
dogs
the
it. He doesn't.
lobster claw.
He doesn't pursue.
Well, he used to before he signed his big contract.
There you go.
Which is what all the pro athletes
Absolutely.
There you go.
Now you just mail it in, man.
do. There was a time when these guys, in the 50s and 60s, they signed one-year contracts. There was no such thing as these mega long-term contracts. You had to earn it every year.
Yeah.
The owners were fucking them good. I'm telling you, man. I know, it's a little. It might seem excessive, but it just goes to show you how much ownership makes. I'm all for players getting paid a lot.
I never knock the players when they sign these big contracts, ever. I would, if someone put that contract in front of me, fuck yeah, I'd sign it too.
Yeah. It's just nowadays you can't. You root for teams, not players, because they're always moving around.
True.
I never fucking buy. Why would you buy a jersey if the fucking guy will be gone next year? Fuck them. You know what I mean? And the owners, they don't pay taxes. That's such a racket, the fucking NFL. What they get away with.
Supposedly they're not for profit. I've heard the term float around.
Not for profit. I've delivered to Robert Kraft's house on the beach. He makes plenty of a fucking
Robert
profit.
Kraft.
Yeah, on Delray. He's got a house over there. The owner of the
We had to go out
Patriots.
and shoot a video in front of it.
It's actually getting remodeled. It's all fucked up now. But, yeah. Tell me they're not for profit.
Dress you up like Tom Brady.
Yeah. When will Robert Kraft get it with all his money get his teeth fixed?
No shit. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. There's so many fucking rich, like Hollywood actors and ball players and this, and there's so many of them that have fucked up teeth. Why? You got millions of fucking dollars. Why don't you get Invisalign or braces or something for a couple years? I don't fucking get it. I don't get it.
To me, when a person
Brown fucking teeth and shit. Look at Robert De Niro. He's a fucked up mouth.
when a person smiles, that's the first impression you're giving off is your
Right.
teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jason. You wonder why you don't get laid. It's amazing though. If you're a multi-millionaire, why wouldn't you get your teeth
No,
fucking
some
fixed?
people just don't give a shit. Why wouldn't they lose weight if they're fat pigs?
That's true.
There are some celebrities who weigh 300 pounds.
Well, some of them get those roles because they're big too.
Right. Some people just don't give a shit, or physical appearance just isn't that important.
Who's
to them.
your favorite fat person of all time? Let's go around the table.
Favorite fat person
Yeah.
as far
Think
as
for a
what?
minute.
Fat.
Just
Fat.
an athlete, actor,
Whatever, yeah.
Just any
How fat? Like obese or just
Definitely
fat?
obese.
Obese.
you. You're my favorite fat person, Leonard.
Question. I got to think for a second.
I know a good actor who's long gone who was fat.
Who?
Roger Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Roger.
He
Roger.
just did a native.
Roger Dangerfield.
He wasn't. I wouldn't consider him fat.
He was
No.
fat. He's kind of fat.
John Candy was funny.
Yes, he was.
Fat ass.
Tell you what, the rapper Big Pun. He's one of the best lyricists of all time.
How about Biggie
Morbidly
Small?
obese.
He was fat.
Not as fat as Big Pun. Big Pun was huge.
How about Fat Joe? He's fat.
Never heard
Not,
of him.
not anymore.
Come on, Leonard.
He lost a lot
Leonard's
of weight.
getting annoyed. He's making
Yeah,
those faces.
we're talking
God
about
damn it.
rappers, Lenny.
Hey, you asked the question, Leonard. Your favorite fat person?
That actually accomplished something. Name one good
What
thing.
about you? Who's your favorite fat person?
Probably President Taft. He's over 300. He's over 300.
He's been
300.
going thousands, hundreds of years.
Thousand hundreds of years.
Thou hundred.
Oh,
Not
Jason.
that. Maybe about
Dead or
100.
alive, fat person?
He was the first president and the only one over 300 pounds.
Oh,
And that was in the late 1800s. That's pretty impressive. Because you don't have fast food back then.
He was a fat guy. He's not so fat anymore, but I got to go with Bill Parcells.
Oh, he was the sloppy fat. Yeah, he was. For a guy that coached and had access to nutritionists, he was a slob. Tits, ass, and everything. He had a high estrogen level,
Like
too.
a weeble wobble. Did you see that 30 for 30 with the two Bills?
That
Bill
was
Belichick and Bill
great.
Clinton? It was pretty good. I still haven't got to see the Andre the Giant documentary. I'm pissed.
Did you see the Sammy Sosa one?
No.
I didn't watch that. I wanted to see it.
The Andre the Giant one, I still haven't seen it.
You know what's funny? Look up the Phil Donahue show from 1992 with the WWF Ring Boy scandal with Vince McMahon, Pat Patterson. He's not a guest, but Bruno Sammartino was on that. They were all ganging up on Vince at the time. Terry Garvin, Pat Patterson, these WWF officials. Google it. Watch the whole episode. It's hilarious. Vince was pissed. These guys, the wrestlers, are coming out of nowhere saying how they'd have ring boys, which were sometimes 12, 13-year-old boys who would set up the rings. Pat Patterson would come and grab their crotch.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, superstar Billy Graham saw it. You ought to see it. And then Bruno started saying that he wanted a separate car than the wrestlers because, God forbid, if he goes, these guys got cocaine in the car and I get pulled over by the cops and I'm associated with it. And he's pointing to Vince, and Vince is just sitting there like, I want to rip your head off, you ungrateful fuck. Look it up. It was very interesting. It's,
Maniacs, you got an assignment.
yeah, 1992, Phil Donahue,
I'll be
WWF.
posting clips on the fat fucking Lenny Instagram.
And one of the guys alleged that Terry Garvin, who was one of the officials, every 50 miles, he's with this other wrestler, this guy with long hair, said that every 50 miles they'd ride to shows together. He'd say, can I give you head while you're driving? And he kept, every 50 miles, he kept bringing it up. And the guy's like, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. And the guy kept asking him, can I give you head while you're driving? Could you imagine that?
No, thank you.
Next time we go on a long car trip up to see Dave Palumbo, just ask Brad, can I give you head? Just bring it up every half an hour. Can I give you head? Now, for me, with the 10-10-10s, you always, this is a must. If you're going to be with a hot tranny, a 10-10-10 or
This
a
goes
10,
back to that.
you have to get down on your knees and look up at their face while you're doing it. If you don't, forget it.
I can't.
While you're doing what? Blowing a tranny?
Yeah, you have to look at their face.
Oh,
You cannot
Does
say,
that, does that just enhance the experience?
right, to look at that pretty girl's face.
Remember,
If you don't,
remember that, Brad.
you
Yes.
might as well be doing a guy, Brad, or like you said, a man with boobs.
You like that, Jason?
So never have a tranny drive a car and give her head because you want to see her face.
why does it always have to go back to fucking trannies? Why? Any conversation we have, it has to end with you talking about sucking a dick.
Now,
You're a fucking animal.
A wildebeest.
imagine that. Brad's taking us up to Palumbo. Can I give you a head while you're driving? Terry Garvin kept bringing it up. Said every hour, can I give you some head? He goes,
Fucking God.
no.
What was in your drink?
Brad's going to wear a chastity belt next time we drive to see Palumbo.
And the wrestler explains it on that episode of the Phil Donahue show. It's hilarious. And Vince is just sitting there. He's just fuming. I can't believe he went on the show. He was younger. He was soap. You want to see a guy look like he's about
Where
to
did you
explode.
see this? Did you
It's
see it?
on- it's online.
Did you
It's-
see it live when it happened?
No, it's
Or was-
online. It's 1992 episode of Phil Donahue when they're talking about the drugs and then the ring boy scandals, the molestations and stuff. And wrestlers
I
getting raped.
never heard of that. Did you?
You've heard of Pat Patterson, right?
I know
Yeah,
that.
he used to
Names
rape
are-
people. He used to come up to young wrestlers and say, he'd say, hey, I don't think you're going to make it. We're going to put you in another smaller federation. But there's ways to work around that. Meaning, you can blow me.
So what's the name of that sick fuck who's on trial right now? The movie producer who was sexually harassing all those girls?
Weinstein.
Oh, Weinstein.
Yeah, so Pat Patterson was like the Harvey Weinstein of the WWE.
Right. He'd go up to a rookie wrestler and say, hey, I want to know what you taste like. You guys would be freaked out.
No, did you give change for 100 or not?
Yeah.
You just give me a change.
It's a must-watch episode to see the look on Vince's face. It's hilarious.
Lenny, what was that other clip we put the Maniacs on? We had an assignment for them to complete. It was them finding the video of you and Kalora with Daisy Dead Petals.
Yes, that was a show out of WSVN, South Florida.
Somebody needs to
Channel
find
7, Deco Drive for the southern states. It was a whole
that. What year?
2004.
And the show was
Deco
called...
Drive. I remember Deco,
Deco Drive, it was a segment on Deco Drive where they went to the Southern States Bodybuilding Championship. And I didn't know at the time it wasn't a it's a transsexual, wasn't a. Yeah, she had red hair. I didn't know at the time, but turns out it was one.
See, Jason has lasted this long because he knows pizza's.
And Calora's doing the peck bounce. He's sitting there with the transsexuals interview him. He's doing the peck bounce. It's great.
Oh, jeez.
God.
Then I told the girl, I said, "You're the prettiest girl I ever saw in my life," and she goes, "Oh, thank you."
Even Jason's disgusted. Look at him.
Ugh.
He's pretending.
Yeah.
No, I really am. Yuck. Disgusting. How can you like that shit?
I don't know why, but
I don't know. Why don't we ask J-Star?
Yeah. Didn't you?
Oh,
you
yeah.
cuddled with one, didn't you?
aha!
I didn't know at the time I broke up with
You
a
knew
girl.
damn well.
No, I
Broke
don't.
up
You
with-
never reached down
What was
there.
her name again? Jasmine, right?
Jasmine, yeah, she's weird.
Jason,
No.
you actually slept in the same bed, according to her.
Ugh. Until I found out she was a tranny, and then I broke up with her.
How'd you find out?
Somebody told me.
Somebody told you?
Somebody told me.
Did she blow you?
No.
Yes, he did.
No, she did not.
Did you blow her?
No, I did
him,
not.
did
Fuck,
you-
fuck.
Jason,
Jason,
Shim
can you
in the
still get in
ass?
touch
Fuck
with her?
no.
I would have done her.
No, hell no.
She told me to come up and do her. I just didn't have a car at the time.
No.
She wasn't that bad.
No.
She
doable.
wasn't that bad.
Did you see her? Did you see it in person?
I just saw the pictures.
Well, pictures don't do a lot of people.
It could be
Listen.
worse.
These fucks know how to manipulate the camera very well. You know that. What they show, what they want you to see, and what you see in person, a lot of the time is, you know.
Well, she told me she used to rub her fingers through Jason's head so to make him sleep.
No, that's not true.
That's what she told me.
That's a lie.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
She said she was actually concerned for you. She actually cared about you.
I don't.
That's the impression I got.
So she got the restraining order slapped on her.
Yeah, but that wasn't Jason's doing.
Yeah, it was.
The old Jane maneuver. I think Jane will have a restraining order on half of Delray Beach within the next 10 years.
The king of restraining orders.
Everyone's going to have a fucking restraining order.
She knows how to get those expedited quickly.
Yeah, tell me about it. She'll walk into the police station. Okay, Jane, who are we putting a restraining order on today?
Yeah, even though it's a.
I don't want this one near my son anymore, okay? This one is using my son, Jason. I want a restraining order. Okay?
Even though it always ends up being too late anyway.
Yeah, I know. The damage has already
It's like
been
a day
done.
late and $1
yeah.
short.
By that point, you know.
My
it's-
mother, when she first moved down here and she brought me down here, she had a boyfriend named Gary Greenfield that put a restraining order on me.
That was the one you knocked out of the chair, right?
Yeah. Come home from work.
We
My
heard
mother
this.
cooked
We
a
heard.
big
We
meal.
heard the story. If they want to hear that, they can go back to the
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Oh, it's on
second
here
or
again?
third
Okay.
podcast. Yeah, you've told that story.
I said, "What's for me to eat?" He goes, "Get off your fat ass and get something." I'm like, "You mother."
Hit some balls, that guy, huh?
Yeah, runs out to chase him out in the street over at Sun Valley. Had one of those old walkie-talkie type cell phones, calling 911.
Question for all of y'all. This is probably a douche that says America. I swear to God, whenever I see or hear that America, drives me
Didn't that start with George Bush?
fucking nuts.
I think that's when people started saying that, when he was
fucking
president.
stupid. We sound like an ignorant redneck. America.
Why don't you read the question, Brad?
I have had multiple injuries from tearing labrums in both shoulders to most recently having herniated disc and bulging disc from the middle to my lower back. How should I go about deadlifting and squatting? Should I avoid these two or suck it up because we are freaks?
I think that's a no-brainer. Avoid him.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. Lenny, what do you think?
I don't know, that's a very depressing predicament to be in.
absolutely.
I think you could probably work around it, but just do what you can and do something. Something's better than nothing. But
I have the
a very
herniated disc in my
depressing
lower back.
predicament.
You gotta get your stomach stronger.
What do you think, Jason? You've had
Work
back-
around injuries. Work around them.
deadlift with bad back?
No.
Herniated disc? What do you
Wear
think?
support and get work as heavy as you can without her reflaring it.
Without Ric Flaring.
Stretching. Let's see, what else do we got here? You guys should do phone calls. We have the phone jacks. You just gotta figure out how to work them. Ask Lenny what his favorite test is to use when he is cutting and bulking.
I don't think it matters. Just any type of test, ester, NAF8, Scipien 8, the mixed blend. propane ate pre-contest, but I don't think there's much difference. I think it's you got to stop at a certain point before the show could make or break you. I think the older you get, you probably got to stay on test a little more. I think the 20-year-olds could probably stay on trend, get off test a month out.
Okay. Question, comment, observation. Did any of you watch Big J's IG video of his apology to Cornelius and the third place finisher?
No.
Did you notice Jay's nose looked like a dick?
Jay is a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
But we love him.
He's a bully. That's his name, the bully. He apologized to Dale and Cornelius after he did that apology to
Yeah.
the Midwest moron up there. See, Jay doesn't. He gets fucking loaded. He's on live right now. You know he's fucking loaded. He gets loaded and forgets just about everything he says. That's why the shit gets deleted in the morning.
Jay's cell phone needs a breathalyzer built into it. It saved him. It saved him so much anguish. If he blows a 1.5, whatever, it just turns the phone off for the rest of the night.
That's right. that's a fucking great idea.
But then again, that's when Jay's at his funniest. So
It's hysterical.
we love when he does that.
Those are his best posts and his best lives is when he's fucking bomb.
And if you guys think it's funny on his lives, you should see him in person. It's 10 times funnier.
What do you think, Leonard? When are you going to get on a live when you're drunk?
I don't. Hopefully, I'll never ever get drunk the rest of my life.
About you, Jason.
Never.
What do you like to drink when you drink?
I don't
booze?
want. I don't drink.
Anything? Nothing?
Nope.
Well, shit, you've drank beers.
I
and
drink
had
beers,
shots
but
with us.
but I don't like to. I've never been super drunk. Never.
That was for you.
Fucking pig.
Ask big reformed porn addict Leonard what his thoughts on Olympic lifting, power cleans, and such.
Yeah, they're great. Just got to keep the form. Sometimes you get older, it makes it an exercise to avoid. Like for me, they may cause more harm than good, but me and Calora did them all the time. 275, we muscled them up. We had no technique. Great move for fighting, though. Best move for fighting, I think, is a power clean.
Jason did those. This
Rip
morning.
into somebody, build your traps. Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, was a big power clean fanatic, and it showed with his back and his traps.
Yeah. What are Lenny's thoughts on training each muscle group twice a week instead of once?
Depends about your age, your activity level.
And whatever
For legs,
stack
if
you're
you're on your feet all day at a job, I would say never do your legs twice a week. Matter of fact, Jay Cutler said when he was working construction, his legs were strong as a teenager, but they couldn't put on any size. As soon as he enrolled in college and it was off his feet, his legs grew like crazy. That's
Remember
where
you were saying that.
I want to
told
chew
me
out
you-
Cornelius.
Yeah.
I think you're dead wrong in having Brad, who's on his feet delivering mail all day in the heat, giving him twice a week leg training. I strongly disagree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, look at me. My legs, because I'm unemployed off my feet. They're getting big, strong.
What are?
My legs. They got up dramatically because I'm off my feet, and
Yeah, your legs are actually twice as big.
they're stronger too.
Yeah, I might have to go back to once a week. The twice a week isn't
Yeah,
really,
immediately.
it's
That's-
really not doing it for me. Yeah.
No, when would you grow?
Don't your knees hurt doing them twice a week? And then being on your feet all day?
Actually, I have that shit with my feet. I wake up some mornings, I can hardly. I have to put like cushioned sandals on to walk around the house because my heels.
Plantar fasciitis?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
gout.
a bitch.
Yeah, my.
It's like walking on rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's in my heels, and it's like, dude, it is fucking bad. But then after like an hour of being on my feet, it goes away.
Right.
It's fucking weird.
And then hopefully think none of us ever get diabetic nerve pain. That's horrible. Your feet burn, feel like you're stepping on glass. I see people get on the bus like that with, you could tell they're just, and it's because of diabetes. What a horrible disease.
You're diabetic, aren't you?
I don't know, technically. I don't. You know what? When I was in the hospital the other night and asleep for 15 hours, the nurse says she was injecting insulin in me all because my A1C was high.
So what does that mean?
I don't know, honestly. Then she's telling me,
You don't think you've made yourself a diabetic?
if I did, I would say it's because of the high carb and high fat I've eaten when I was a fat guy when I was younger. I don't know. That's something I'd like a lot more research to be done on. I'm not getting any clear-cut answers. But you can tell the diabetics you go out in public, they usually have, very little muscle, high percentage of fat, and they just don't look right, look very unhealthy. And I hear a lot of them, they have bad body odor and their breath is bad too.
Insulin-resistant pigs, is what
Yeah.
you like to call them.
A horrible disease. But I think the number one thing is, like Jack LaLanne said, you're not supposed to drink fruit juice, you're supposed to eat the fruit. When you're drinking soda or fruit juice, you're getting that sugar into your body so fast, your pancreas freaks out trying to release insulin to clear that blood sugar. And if people would just eat the way nature's intended to, you wouldn't have those problems.
Well, they say
Again,
drinking an orange juice is like drinking a Coke.
what Jack
The amount of sugar that's-
LaLanne said, God didn't make it, don't eat it. God didn't make bread, man made bread, processing and stuff like that. He made the animals, eat that to get the fat, vegetables, fruit from the tree, water.
What about manna?
Pardon me?
What about manna?
Yeah.
What's that?
The stuff they can sky that freeze when they're in the food.
Yes. I think that was, I don't know, I know they were making
It
bread.
was like a bread type. They made bread out of it.
Yeah, I know bread was be made for years, but it just, like things like cake. Back in the Middle Ages, rich people didn't eat stuff like that. That's what peasants made because it was cheap, flour and sugar.
It's just,
You know?
why do you think a lot of these people that are on government assistance, they're fat? Because they get pasta, bread.
Because
It's cheap,
most of the people were instant gratification freaks. I won't name any type of races or use any slurs, but what do they like to do? They like the good sugary taste. They like the fatty fried foods, and they use the system.
Yeah, all the food that they can buy with their food stamps is the worst shit you can put in your body.
Now I say, look at like my father. We used to go shopping take me and my brother and my sister. He'd say, look at the cart and look at the physiques. Look at the gallons, meaning gallons of soda.
Yeah.
Just look at the Fruit Loops and the garbage in everybody's cart. He goes, and look at their bodies. He'd whisper that to us. Of course, my sister would blurt out loud, my father said you're fat. Did you eat this? I remember this fat lady, my sister, staring at her. She was like 8 years old. She said to my sister, you going to take a picture? My sister goes, why are you so fat? My father would have to shut up.
I'm sure you laughed about it after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Why are you so fat? Like your dad said, look in the cart. That's why.
Yeah. Look at the little Debbies and all the little sweets and stuff.
And you notice a lot of that shit, like when we go to Publix, a lot of the buy one, get one stuff is the garbage.
Yeah.
It's cheap. I mean, a pound of pasta is $1. You know what I mean? If you're broke,
But I remember when I was
how
eating
many
all
bellies
those
can you
eggs.
fill with that?
I got 3 cartons of
good.
eggs. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, fuck you. You're crazy. I'm smart. Oh, those eggs are cholesterol. Your cholesterol must be high. That's not.
That's all. They've come to find out recently that that's all bullshit. Eggs.
Eggs will kill you. Meat will kill you. Yep.
It's like the best shit you can eat.
Nobody lives forever. People say that as if you avoid certain things,
Right. Exactly.
you'll never die.
What's gonna happen? You just feel a different way. That's all. I mean,
Jason, would you want to live forever if you could?
If I was, I would like to be like the Highlander.
We're gonna the cryogenic crap.
we're going
Highlander.
back to that.
Highlander.
Have you tried
Immortal.
that yet? The cryogenic therapy?
No.
That's what me and Lenny did. You
No.
haven't tried that yet?
No.
It's actually pretty good. We should have went back. We had 2 sessions. We totally blew it.
That's right. You only went once, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that place is even still there. You passed by it recently, haven't you, or no?
No.
Yeah.
Lou, have you heard anything what's going on where the old World Gym was in Delray? Because the 4 rent signs are down. So it seems like it may have been
We were
someone
hoping
may
that you
The old Worlds?
Delray Fitness. Delray
Oh,
Fitness.
no, I don't have any idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the 4
I see
rent
there's a lot of new construction all over that place now.
is there in the CJ's Plaza?
Yeah.
Really?
It's just like I keep saying though, like retail space for running a gym is not economical, unless you own the building.
You're lucky to break even.
Ridiculous.
In a warehouse. LA Fitness is just getting really fucking bad with the douchebags, man. It can be unbearable at times. When I go with you and we go later in the afternoon, it's terrible.
You know, it's so funny. People probably say, LA Fitness is great except for those stupid fucks who go every morning
Exactly, and
and
film.
film the guy with the Darth Vader mask.
And the kid running around swinging a fucking lightsaber, not working out. Yeah. We look at them as douchebags, but we're like the fucking top douchebags. The shit that we fucking do.
Complete
Exactly.
simpletons and ignoramuses.
Yeah, that's true. Jesus, Leonard, you're just fucking emptying your... Why drink that much water if you're just going to piss it out right away?
My thirst is troll.
Yeah, he's
Probably.
totally diabetic.
Might be due to my. I think I drink one or two to thin my blood.
Do you drink a lot of salt, sodium, eat a lot of salt?
Yes.
Well, that probably has something to do with
I
it
do
too.
believe in salt. I think it's thinning my blood out.
What is?
My thirst. Because if I'm drinking water, and I quit taking the blood thinner. She put me back on that day because she said I was.
When, on Saturday?
Yeah. But I think that naturally thins my blood.
Taking a little recess.
If Jason... Lou, is this ice?
If Jason what?
If there wasn't pizza coming, Jason would have left a fucking hour ago. Look at it.
Ding ding.
Oh, you didn't give Kiara this other phone?
What? No, I would give her to her. She's back.
What's wrong? You tired? You know, Ian's not getting to your house for at least another hour and a half. You gotta find a way.
video games.
You're gonna play video games? Ooh, 2 pies.
Yeah, one of them's for Leonard.
Probably wouldn't be prudent to eat pizza while we're doing the podcast, so should we just wrap it up? Or just stuff our faces and chew into all the microphones at once? Really piss everybody
How long
off.
we been going?
2 hours and 7
Yeah,
minutes.
that's fine.
Wrap it
good.
up?
Yeah, we don't have to fucking go much longer. We'll wait till Leonard gets back so he can say goodbye to Christina.
And sing a song.
Wash your hands before you touch the fucking pizza, Jason. So what do you got to go home and prepare your house for the arrival of McDorky or what?
Pepper is Angus.
Get get out the Vaseline.
What?
No, for Jason. He's got a house guest coming tonight that was supposed to come. He was going to fly down here and come on the podcast.
He's got to crush up some Adderalls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to hide your Adderall, actually. Do you see this fucking new guy that's been on Instagram that tags us and everything? Dale Stickshift.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I know.
shit. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. He's got some kind of hard on for me. I don't know what
Oh,
it
does
is.
he?
Yeah.
He's posted shit about all of us. It's
It's all right.
fucking funny shit. And Jay Masters learned how to do memes. Leonard, we're gonna wrap this up. You want to say goodnight to?
Again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Adam McLeod for his sleepless nights and tireless efforts to someday bring me that meeting with my angel, Christina Broccolini. New Universal Order, they're still putting out great stuff, even though Adam is using a lot of that time for this hookup between me and Christina. I'd like to appreciate those tireless efforts. Thank you, Adam McLeod and Maniacs. Show your support for New Universal Order, because one day he's going to make my dream a reality.
Wow, man, you're putting a lot of pressure on
That's
him.
right. Yeah. You really just.
I also thank my sponsor, New World Nutrition. I noticed as soon as I got the liver cleaner, the smell of my sweat, I don't recognize it anymore. Which means it's not there. It's not my. I don't have that
Yeah,
smell to me.
you don't really smell.
No, I was.
and I'm surprised.
I
too.
was in
way
the
he-
interim period because it'd be like, I'd be like, what the hell's that smell? But it's not there anymore as soon as I got the liver cleaner.
You should see if the liver cleaning supplement will clean your floors. Maybe it'll work.
They
If it
just
works
need
under,
to-
works under liver.
Any mop will do. Just needs mopped. But then again, if it doesn't get mopped, it's really irrelevant anyway. And I like to thank all those that I shouted out for.
book cameo.
Book Cameo.
Yeah, Leonard's new
It's just-
stream of income.
and
Don't worry, it's going to go
Maniacs,
to a good place.
You're free.
Yes.
You're free to shout back at me, good or bad. We appreciate all the
I
communication.
don't know if they're able to do that on here.
Well, not in there, but in other ways. And thank you again, Mr. Adam McLeod of New Universal Order.
I'm going to mention stashco.com, promo code Big Brad, all caps.
I'm a loser. I don't have any sponsors, so I'm
Fucking
done.
Beard's right, and then Happy Hulk 18. Go check him out.
I'm sponsored by
Get
Yeshiva
a shirt.
University.
Save the rhinos.
We are out.
Good night.